What's good, people? It's the Rap Roundtable here. Your boy Jarv, Saweetie Rap Snob, Diddy the Balance, the homie Mase. We just need y'all to like, share, and subscribe when you tap into the videos. We're trying to reach 10K subs, and with your help, we can definitely do that. Especially people who watch the videos and don't sub. You watching, we appreciate it, but the subs help us run it up even more. For our people who are already sub, make sure you hit that bell right next to the subscribe option. Pick all. When you pick all, it allows us to feed you what you need to get from us immediately. If you don't hit all, you'll get it when YouTube decides to give it to you. But if you hit all, you get the streams, you get the community posts, you get our regular uploads, you get everything. Hit all, help us run these numbers up, 10K, build a Rap Roundtable brand. Tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
We gotta let this one breathe for a second.
Facts.
Take a sip. Yo, Sin, you a bad motherfucker.
I'm an animal out here, man.
Sin, man.
Listen,
He smoked this. Sheesh. Cheers to Sin, man.
bro, this was light work, bro. Light work. You just gotta have the ear, you know what I mean?
You know what it is? Episode 77 of the Rap Roundtable is in full effect. Sounds brought to you by Saweetie Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
New Leroy Green mixtape on the way. Get your beats from Sin.
Facts, they coming.
Just drop the vocals on these beats right here, and let's make a classic. It's your boy Jarv here alongside Saweetie Rap Snob,
Yeah.
alongside Diddy the Balance,
Force be with you.
alongside Masito, voice of the industry.
What up, gang?
You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, X, formerly known as Twitter. But in our hearts, it'll always be Twitter.
Always, man.
Real quick,
Only X we recognize is DM.
you see the hats right here. Shout out to everyone who's already copped. But if you haven't been able to cop up, roundtablemerch.com.
It's
Get
live.
you one of these right here. Represent the brand in the streets. So when motherfuckers ask, what's the Rap Roundtable? You can point them to us. Because on the website, the YouTube channel's there too.
There you
Get
go.
your
The
social
merch.
media's there too.
Yes, it is.
Get your merch. You know what I mean? Another thing, shout out to the new subscribers. We are officially over 7,000. I think we're already at 7.1.
Yes,
so the
sir.
number is this number. Can we put one up for the new subscribers real
Yes,
quick?
sir.
Salute to y'all, man.
To y'all.
Love.
We're on
Yo,
our way to
appreciate
10K.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And with that being said, as you're following into the chat, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and
Need
of
that.
course, run those comments up. As always, we setting the goal here, and anytime we don't reach that goal, I'm gonna feel like we fail. I need 300 likes on all of our videos.
Hey, man.
At least 300. If you feel like being more generous once we get to 300, hit the like button some more. Well, we need 300 on all these
I
videos.
mean, I think it only counts.
Of course.
King Leonidas needed 300. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
We need 300.
That's
sir.
a talk
But
about
get-
it, Dini.
Tell your mama to sign on and like the video too.
That's a
she ain't gotta watch it, just like
Mama's
fuck it.
mama's mama.
The likes keep us in the algorithm. It gets us to new customers who want that kind of rap talk that they're not getting anywhere else, because we are New York's #1 podcast for hip hop, underground, overground, commercial, whatever you want to talk about. Whatever you think we can't do, we do it, and we do it better than you. Long story short, you know what I mean?
Talk about it.
We knew Custy's word to Rome.
And as always,
We are tonight's entertainment.
so the Rap Roundtable had recorded their latest installment of the lunch hour. And then one of the homies on Twitter tagged us that there was an Eminem verse that dropped. So we weren't able to cover it on the lunch hour. And I was salty, like, fuck, we missed the opportunity. But then I was like, nah, we got 77 on deck anyway.
Facts.
So M drops this verse. He's talking to Melle Mel. Allegedly talking to the game as well. He's talking to his detractors, his very loud detractors. Miss LB was like, are you guys going to talk about this verse? I'm like, I guess we got to talk about it. We've said a lot of things about Eminem on the Rap Roundtable, so I guess
Sure
we'll
have.
add this to the list. So, Saweetie Rap Snob,
Yes, sir.
we didn't get to tap in with you for the lunch hour. We know you got bars.
Yes.
You heard the verse.
Talk about it,
Talk
brother.
to us.
All right, man. First and foremost, you know what I mean? Was the verse fire like that, really?
You tell us.
Y'all think the verse
Talk
was
about
like
it.
that?
Shit was
Talk
tough.
about it, bro.
Then they waiting on you to say it.
The verse was fire.
Oh!
I'm not.
The gauntlet is dropped.
With the heat.
Don't ever let it be said that I am not 100% honest with y'all. As much that,
Talk your
however it
shit,
is that I
Sam.
feel about Eminem,
That's crazy.
and now I feel like he hasn't dropped a verse this dope in a long ass time.
Wow.
But this verse was fire, right? the pocket, the delivery, all of that, right? But it's not all rainbows and sunshine as far as how I feel about this verse, because
Really?
I feel like he should have left that Melle Mel thing alone.
Talk about it.
Look, man. You know how I feel about our OGs, the forefathers, right? I'm always on some respect your elders shit. You know what I
Hi,
mean?
Sharon.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey,
She hit me.
lot
She
of
told
old
me
heads.
I appreciated the
Sharon,
show.
what's up?
and shout to the Easy experience as well.
Facts.
Easy.
Shout out.
Ease. Yo, Ease.
Got
What up?
Shan Man's trying to act like Shan wasn't in the room telling him to say that. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
listen, man. Ease, I see you, my
Shout
boy.
out to the homie Ease making waves out here. New York, nigga.
Big New York.
Shan Mans look like let me
Hey,
Damn it,
Respect your
man.
elders.
chill, chill,
sis.
Send you
chill.
next,
Yo,
bro.
chill, bro.
Hey.
Chill.
Where Joe Button?
I'm not gonna do it.
I can't even
not
find
gonna
that
do
shit.
it.
Oh,
you know what I
shit.
mean? Oh, there it is. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Necessary.
look, he's free to defend himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? If he feels like he's attacked, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't feel like Melle Mel had a point in what he said.
Go on.
Right? Melle Mel said that the only reason Eminem is considered to be top 5 or one of the elites in the history of hip hop is because of his color. And I happen to somewhat agree. I'm not going to say I wholeheartedly agree 100%. Obviously, look, he's nice. He made dope songs. He made anthems. He made hits, all of that. But we've talked about it at length here at the Rap Round Table. There's other motherfuckers that have made equally as good songs, if not better, that are equally as nice, if not better, but they don't get the accolades that Eminem gets in America. You know what I mean? Why is that, right? So that's how I feel about it. I feel like Melle Mel kind of had a point, right? If I was M, I would have let that sit. I wouldn't have even addressed it, honestly. Yeah. But he went out of his way to, in the song, in the bars, admit that he's a guest, right? But still push back against what Melle Mel said. Melle Mel is one of the forefathers of hip hop. It's bad optics to me. I don't like how it feels at all, man. Secondly, right, this kind of continues the trend of Eminem going at people that are not in the ring with him. You know what I mean? Not his contemporaries, not people that, right now. Can Melle Mel defend himself on wax? No. You know what I mean? He's not going to drop. I hope not.
Yeah, I'm about
I
to
hope
say,
he don't drop
it's
this
Hiphop50.
record.
He
You know what I
might
mean?
take
So-
something out the bag.
So it feels that the verse is fire. It feels corny to me for him to address his Melle Mel thing. The Game thing, sure, but it feels like he gave Game less bars than he gave Melle Mel. So it's like Game is more in the ring with you than Melle Mel is. So I don't know. I just thought it felt corny for him to even go at the God. But it is what it is. Dope verse.
Dini, what is your takeaway on this? I was gonna talk, but you know what? I'm gonna wait.
Yo, I'm gonna say I'm not mad at Shady for this, man.
Talk about it.
I'm not mad at him.
Talk about it.
To me, Eminem's actually one of those few people, not of the culture, but that's of the culture. If you get my drift,
Absolutely.
like I feel like you might bump into a lot of people who are not, let's say even black or Latino or from the hood, or what I'm saying, that you really feel that energy from, bro. Like I really feel like this is authentic Eminem. Like this guy is trenched out, what I'm saying, from the hood. I really feel that from him, to the point where other big name acts like Dr. Dre seen it too. You get what I'm saying? So I can understand you feel in the game. You're nice, you're talented, like you can out rap pretty much just about everyone that you can think of. You know what I'm saying? More or less.
Or stand toe to toe.
Bingo. And you keep getting ridiculed because I'm white. But what about the fact I'm good? What about the fact that I'm the highest selling record in the genre? That I've sold the most records in the genre. You know what I'm saying? Like the he's white thing can't be the end all be all for everything, bro. You know
Not
what
the
I'm
end
saying?
all be all, but it's a big ass.
It is,
factor.
because I'm sure his white people went out and supported him, but
Sorry.
but Big Pun,
Sorry to all this whole segment, Walt.
Big pun,
In advance.
first Latino to go platinum.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold that against him. Like, well, he only went platinum because the Latinos support. You see what I'm saying?
That's not how it works
It's
in
not.
America,
It's
bro.
not. But it's. I just don't even want it to dance
The
that way.
numbers
You get what
don't
I'm
number
saying?
that way, bro.
I get. You're right. I'm just saying. I don't even want it to dance that way. I don't want to take away from the fact.
I see
that-
what you're saying.
That
Dan. I
he's
see what
been
you're
dog nice for so
Right.
long.
Right,
He's
right,
been
right.
official for so
Right.
long. Is he what he is now? No, but we still have those glimpses of greatness. Like, to me, this was an exceptional verse, bro. Like,
This is the dope evidence.
you know what I'm saying? Like when what's his name? When Quando was talking about they I only do it because I'm white. I'm like, yes, nigga, they only do it because you're white. I don't feel like that about Eminem, bro. I gotta give Eminem props. Niggas is taking shots. I'm taking shots back, bro. Like, I'm supposed to just sit there and just let y'all niggas dog me out because I'm white. I'm nice, but I'm white, and y'all still cooking me. Even though I'm not black, and he said it. I'm not. He said I am a visitor, but he said I
Right.
made a mansion of this shit though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's some deep
Right.
shit,
He's
bro.
visiting this house, but he made a mansion.
That's
Why
a
did
big
he
deal.
make a mansion? I feel like
Oh boy.
Because he's
no.
white.
I just feel like it would have been better for him to just acknowledge
bro.
it and then move on. But instead, he doubled down. Like, he even went the whole reverse racism route. What the fuck? He didn't go. He went the reverse racism route.
How so?
He said his whiteness is still working against him. So he's saying he's
Bro, amongst the niggas who it matters to, dog. It matters. You a nigga who it matters to.
that's not
Eminem wanna be official to
So
you?
you believe in reverse racism?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, Eminem wants to be. If he's nice to like a million trillion white niggas, that's cool, Mo. But even if he could get that 500,000 of the hood niggas to fuck with it, I think he'll take that, bro. I really think he wants to be respected. by
But
the
is
niggas
there
who
500,000 hood niggas that love him, bro?
There's a few thousand, bro. There's a big margin. There's a big margin, my nigga.
Go find them, Dini.
Copy.
Nigga said it was 500,000 down to
Yo, I'm exaggerating the numbers, nigga. But you see my point. Niggas fuck with Shady like to the point
that you could find a few thousand.
you can throw a rock and hit a couple niggas. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a beam.
Yikes.
Keep it a beam.
Nah,
Is it
man.
500,000?
Yikes.
Or is it a few?
It's a few.
Is it Uchi Wally Wally or
Is
Uchi
it
One
one
Mike?
mic?
Which one
Nah,
is it?
come on, nah.
It's a black girl lost, and shorty, oh, you fight, you ain't
We're not
shit,
doing
dog.
that tonight.
Ah, man.
We're not doing that.
Local,
tonight.
local celebrity rapper talking
Nah, I'm
already.
just saying how you pivot so hard, bro.
There's a lot of people that fuck with him.
You ain't staying your ground, nigga.
There's a lot of people that fuck with Eminem, man. Black, white, all over.
A few
Nigga,
joints
true.
right there.
The nigga, a few joints, bro. The nigga,
He got a few joints.
he got a few joints, dog. He got a few joints. He's well, I'll bring you to the cookout, nigga.
Ah, man.
Pull up to the cookout, Shady. I'm fucking with him.
Yo, my big old card. I ain't have Sensei in the versus fire. You wearing a K for M tonight.
Yo.
I did not, bro.
I gotta give respect
did
where it's
not.
due.
Oh shit, Mace, talk to me, man.
I feel like y'all are winning, but let me add a little bit of context to the situation a little bit. All right. The verse. What's the name of the song? The Realist.
Yeah.
The artist is Easy Mill. I don't think we've mentioned him once.
You talking about that industry plant, the new white rapper?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Filipino, isn't
Filipino.
he? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
White.
You know, as
He's
a,
like Drake.
Yeah.
as a
half and
young
half.
rap ambassador, I feel like I have to mention the guy's name. You know, shouts to Easy Mill. Now, about Easy
Shouting
Mill,
him out?
one thing we need to know. He's
Oh, wait.
He's
What you shouting him out for?
It's his song.
it's
It's his song.
It's his song, man.
It's his song.
And one thing I want to say about him is that he is
You don't care.
a Dr. Dre and Eminem artist. I'm about to bring it together. You know me. I angle like a battle rapper.
I feel
Yo,
you.
off the rails
so-
today, bro.
Right
He-
along.
He's a Shady Aftermath artist. I seen a picture with him, Dr. Dre, and M all together. Now, before I get into the verse, what I want to say is this the first song I heard from Duke, and he got an Eminem verse.
Right.
For the record, y'all, there's no Slaughterhouse song with an Eminem verse, my nigga.
Word?
No.
What?
What?
On their album, on their song.
Oh, copy. Yeah. You're right.
Wow, bro.
Copy.
That's crazy.
I
Joe
believe
Button was right.
Eminem did a verse. He did a hook on Royce the 5'9's first album. He didn't get another verse for 18 years
I mean, 50.
from Eminem, bro.
50 though.
Eminem and Dr. Dre. That's the point I'm trying to make, Dean. Stop fucking up the point. Royce the 5'9" had to wait 18 years for another verse from Eminem. 18 years, bro. 5 albums.
Okay.
Conway got a verse on his way out. Like, all right, my nigga. Like, thanks for the check. West Side, no verses, bro. Alchemist. Did he ever rap over an Alchemist beat?
I can't think of one.
Never. He did a freestyle over it once after Relapse dropped. And I don't even know if Benny got his number. Does Benny have Eminem's number? I don't even know, bro. So what I'm trying to say is the Easy Mill verse, he did this for a reason. You see us all talking about this shit. We talking about this. We talking about this Melle Mel shit. The verse is dope, y'all. Y'all heard the verse. Yeah. If you listen to rap, y'all know the verse is hot. But this whole say name shit that Eminem does, bro, when it's time to really like get your record sold, the shtick is up, bro, is what I'm trying to say. Eminem, you not slick. The only reason we talking about this Melle Mel shit, just like when he finally decided to go at Joe Budden after he rapped. He didn't go at the rapper Joe Budden. He went at the podcaster Joe Budden. Yeah. Just like Sin said, he's going at academics recently. He's going at Lord Jamar, Vlad TV guest. You know what I mean? So like, all I'm trying to bring it together and say is that I think Eminem is shook, bro.
Look over here, Mase. I'm going to cause even more trouble.
What's going on?
I mean, real quick, hit that like button.
Dissension ensues.
Are you saying, or maybe I'm speculating, that Eminem only dissed Melle Mel with Easy Mill, whack-ass rap name, by the way? Anything with Mill. Outside of the original J Mills, all you other Mills, keep it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Meek is valid.
Oh, sorry, Meek.
Forgot about Meek.
My bad.
It was valid.
You super valid. But outside of those two, Easy Mill, fuck off. I'm sorry, Mase. But are you saying that he did this because Eminem felt he was in a safe space because Easy Mill is not a black rapper that will look at him like, why are you talking about our legends like that?
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
You think he would have did this over, you mentioned 50. You think he would have dissed Melle Mel over a 50 Cent track?
Probably not.
Absolutely not. M takes the easy targets and you not slick, M. I know what you're doing. So yeah, it's a sharp verse. Yeah, it's dope. But don't make me call MGK, my boy.
Because I don't care what nobody says. M lost to MGK. If we just talking about bars,
but
he lost.
Don't we feel like MGK is really the only rapper that he really got in the ring with?
Because he didn't think MGK was good enough.
Exactly.
MGK out-rapped Eminem in their battle. Only thing
that's worth mentioning.
The only reason why MGK lost is because it was a matter of respectability and popularity. A lot of the black people in hip hop don't take MGK seriously as a rapper. A lot of hip hop overall, same thing. Eminem is Eminem. So they looked at MGK and they looked at M. Nah, M and he does a lot of syllables, a lot of words rhyme. Yeah, he won. But if you parse those bars, parse the disses, MGK smoked him, bro.
MGK got moments. He got a couple moments.
But to this song, much like Sincere and the rest of the rap round table, Eminem got off. Shout out to Easy Mill, who hit the life lottery to get to Aftermath and then get an actual good verse. When's the last time Eminem did a good feature?
It's been a while.
Let's talk about it.
Jimmy Iovine's
Listen, I got a lot of algorithms working along my around my socials. I have not seen this kid once
out of nowhere
anywhere ever,
bro.
Ever.
Between the four of us.
Easy Mill's uncles must work for Interscope or some shit. Got him on, plugged him in the right positions, pause. You know what I mean? And got his shit situated. Pause again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how the fuck you just wake up one day and again hit the life lottery to get to Aftermath and get an M verse and get a good M verse and get an M disc that goes viral within seconds of being released? He's hit the lottery at life. But do I give a fuck about Easy Mill, the industry plant? I do not give a fuck. Clip this. Save it for when I do end up having to talk nice about the nigga if he drops a fire verse.
If not for the grace of Mase, we wouldn't even know nigga.
But as of episode 77 of the Rap Roundtable, Easy Mill can get the fuck out of here. In fact, where's Lil Jamara? Because I got a question. You know what I'm saying?
For the guest in the house response.
Like, who is this?
Who the fuck is Easy Mill?
Where he come from? And why do we fucking keep acting like
get him out of here
that we need to fuck with? Get rid of this guy.
When it comes to the Eminem verse, in pocket, he ain't been in pocket like that in maybe 15 years.
Oh, wow.
He ain't over rapped the drum like matter of fact, he didn't under rap the drum like that in a minute. Because usually he raps over the drum, through the drum, off beat. It be nasty.
Nasty.
The bars land because he's nice, but the pocket work be trash.
Yeah.
But then I think about it, and it's like I'm looking at Eminem, and chat, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm looking at Eminem like a really good boxer who keeps fighting tomato cans. No disrespect to Melle Mel. Melle Mel's a legend. Of course. But when we talking about people of your ilk, Eminem, Melle Mel cannot. What was he gonna say? Like Melle Mel, when's the last time he rapped?
Well, he performs a lot, but as far as rapping, not like that.
And what does Melle Mel's rhyme sound like?
What you expect him to sound like? Shout out to the young fellas.
The young fellas.
Eminem. He said my name. It's not a game. He's a lame. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't
Hip
stop.
hop started off in the park.
So what I'm trying to say is,
man.
why would you get in the ring with someone 30 years your senior?
Not that there's anything wrong
Not
with
that
that.
there's anything wrong with that.
But
But
that was
started
the
the
era.
culture.
But nah, but we got to keep it 100. If it's about rapping
Today.
Eminem has no business rapping at Melle Mel. Melle Mel can say what he want to say. He can respond. But Melle Mel's better response to be a pod interview than bars. In fact, like, because nobody, come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why you fighting these tomato cans? I'm mad at other rappers you could have called down. You ain't never, again, you didn't diss Joe when he was rhyming. You glossed over Game. Game made a whole record about you. Even though Game did it for the rollout, we know.
It had a couple bars on there.
But he just did it for the rollout.
Come on.
You feel me?
There you go.
Son, Eminem, this just goes to show, like, as far as the GOAT discussions and all the white people who bought his albums, you supported your own, and I respect that.
Of course.
But part of being a legendary shogun in rap are the wars that you've been through. Fighting with Britney Spears. Fighting with NSYNC. Fighting with Backstreet Boys. Fighting with Mariah Carey.
Nick Cannon.
Fighting with Nick Cannon. Fighting with DJ Melle Mel.
Everlast.
Fighting with Ja Rule after 50 Cent stomped him into oblivion.
Benzino.
Like,
It's been some
Fighting with niggas who either can't fight back or we know they can't beat you. You don't get no points for that. And in fact, in 2023, even making this record, standing next to some Filipino kid who nobody knows anything about, you lose points. In fact, you get no points. In fact, you get points deducted for this shit. This is a fail, in my opinion. Fuck out of here, Em. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how good the verse is. You old ass rappers clout chasing. That shit is whack to me.
Bro, like look again, back to what I said about the optics. You on this Filipino kids, you know, let's keep it a buck. Feels like an industry plant.
Mm-hmm.
On this Filipino kids record, you're white, you're dissing one of the forefathers on that record. Think about those optics, bro. Like you're not above the optics. You're not above that. Like you might feel comfortable, but like you said, you still a guest, bro. Like if you would have just accepted the guestdom, but no, you have to jump out the window.
This is where M fails at the social media game, because quite frankly, DJ Melle Mel only required like a tweet. Throw a little tweet out, fuck out of here, Mel. and that could have been the end of it.
like
Hiphop50.
Word.
Everything's about rapping.
You gave this nigga mad bars. Not even like a bar. You know how you give a nigga a bar? No, Hov was always good for that shit. Hov would give a nigga a light tap up with a bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That steroid board was kind of hard.
You know what I mean?
Steroid board was kind of hard.
But why you, nigga, have you seen OG, bro?
Yeah.
That's like Nas rapping and trying to diss up Shan for 15, 16 bars.
And thank you, because I was gonna make that point too. Is that like like the shit Shan been saying about Nas? You don't see Nas jumping out the window to diss Shan. That's
imagine
that's
if
his
he gave
OG,
him
bro.
10 bars. That'd
Shan,
be crazy.
on.
Nas is gonna give Shan one bar. He's gonna address it in a bar.
Subliminally.
Right.
He not going to say
even really
Shan.
he gonna say some shit like the shit he said about P Rock. Like I don't know why P Rock acting like that, and then move on.
That's it.
That's all you have to do.
And some people are above reproach, right? We all have family units, right? If granddad pops some shit about you, anybody going retort?
Nah, that's
You know
OG
what I'm
talking
saying?
shit.
Listen, we got some shit you gotta take, man.
Facts.
Just like if motherfucking when Lil Pump dissed you and 100 people came to your defense, like, yo, Eminem, this, that, and the third, like, it's Melle Mel, bro. Like, you feel me? Like we in a pod space. You think we ever gonna talk crazy about Combat
Hov?
Jack?
I didn't see Hov diss Mel.
Right.
He did.
Hov diss Mel?
What?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like Mel talked about Hov. Hov dropped 1,000 bars on one song and didn't address it because some niggas you don't talk to them.
Right.
Just let it be.
Let's move on. Like fuck M. Easy Mills.
Versus fire though.
Versus
Yeah.
fire.
Don't forget
The thing
we
is,
said that.
it must have hurt him. It must have hurt him from
Of course it did.
This is where, this
man-
is where I feel like he's not really of the culture, because if he was of the culture, he would have just understood.
Notice that
That's an OG, just let him be.
nobody of prominence defended you when these comments were made. When Lord Jamar said it, when Melle Mel, whoever with a voice said it, no one ever jumped out the window to defend you because they're not lying. Just play your position, M. You nice. And all the nice niggas acknowledge you as nice. That's it.
That's true.
But you're still a guest. Play the guest.
Yeah, that's
position.
damn. I know that. Keeping
Play
niggas
the
up
game.
at
He
night.
said it. He said it himself.
Keep
Just
a nigga
play
up
the
at night,
position.
man.
That
That's
was
the
not
thing.
playing the position, bro.
If I walk around
bro.
saying I'm
That's
ugly
crazy,
all
bro.
day, and then somebody say, "Yeah, that nigga Mase a little ugly," like Eminem said this himself.
The
Like,
Rap
why you got mad
Roundtable.
that boy repeated it? Like, come on,
Like how you agree with him and diss him back.
make it make sense.
You should have tapped up Game when Game dropped that shit. Why don't you let Game get a stimulus? Respond back. Go back and
Yeah.
forth. Let Game move some
Game-
units.
Game-
You help an Easy Mill get some streams, but Game can't get some streams?
Game would have been making songs tonight about that shit.
That's why he
how
ain't
long
winning.
ago
Been
that
out
Game
already.
album
He'd be
drop?
like, yo,
That's
relentless.
why he
year
ain't
ago.
winning.
Yeah.
Relentless.
That's real shit.
So moving on, because we can
Yes.
talk about this for the whole
All
episode.
night.
Yeah, man.
But Walter's here, so we got to be careful.
Sorry, Walt.
Sorry, Walt.
Sorry, Walt. We love you, brother.
Nas having one of the strongest years of his career as far as notoriety and respect amongst commercial outlets are concerned.
Right.
Because he's had way better years rapping. We know when it comes to rap, Nas had many keynote years. But as far as getting this respect from the outlets, the Hot 97s, the E-Bros, the Charlemagne's, the Double XL, 2Ts, all these niggas are paying homage to Nas.
He was on GQ.
On GQ as well. Now we roll around as Hiphop50 is starting to get into the third leg of the year. Pause. Wow.
Yeah, ah, man.
Yowzers.
Yikes.
Billboard magazine uses Nas for their latest cover. Who would have fucking thought? Who would have thought? Nas on the cover of Billboard magazine? I can see Double XL, The Source, Jet even, all the black as fuck outlets.
Have
But
those.
Billboard, like I've been saying all year long, even when people come in and they say that the Rap Roundtable tries to talk sideways about Nas and all this and that, we've been calling Nas the most clickable item in rap dating back to fourth quarter of 2022. There's no bigger guaranteed click in hip hop today than Nas, right? And there's no surprise that these outlets are positioning Nas on these covers to bring in his fan base to run those numbers up. Because again, business is business, and you have to play the game. But Sin, you see Nas on that cover, hell of a photo.
Yeah.
Hiphop50 concert is around the corner. What are your thoughts about this?
Got some hair growth going.
Okay,
You know what
it's
I
a
mean?
whole new him.
Unlike Drake. But anyway.
His hair, because Drake has extensions.
Exactly. Nah, I mean, it's always shouts to the God. You know what I mean? The best MC of all time, my favorite MC of all time. You know what I mean? But I find it funny because, you know, I do my social rounds and whatever. And I've seen some prominent voices in the space congratulating Nas for being on the cover of Billboard magazine. But you know, recently, Billboard's been dropping these trash ass lists. I thought Billboard magazine didn't matter. So like, for everybody to now be like, "Yo, Nas is on the cover of Billboard magazine," am I missing something? I thought Billboard didn't matter.
Oh, Sin.
Come on.
Poo.
Sin did that, so I ain't have to go through that, bro. Appreciate it.
There you
bro.
go. But
Thanks, man.
that's just that. I mean, that's for the people, you know, the space out there. But as far as Nas is concerned,
Since
Nas-
they talk down on Nas being on Billboard, that's what they're gonna say.
nah, that's. I mean,
That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah, they're gonna think that me
That's a
talking down
fact.
on them is me talking down on Nas. That
One person
you
with three
and Nas are
aliases,
not
that's
one
what
and
it
the
is.
same. No matter how strongly you might feel about that.
It's a little weird how strongly that person feels. But
Facts.
anyway,
Nah, but I mean, I don't know what else to say about like this run. Like we've said, I feel like everything that can be said about this run obviously there's some people out there that might feel like, we could say more, but I mean, shouts to the God, man. Like the cover of Billboard magazine, that's epic. In 2023, 30 years after, Illmatic, 30 plus years after Illmatic, it's amazing. It's godly. You know what I mean? He's the GOAT. That's it.
You know what? I'll come in here. What I do like about Nas getting all the love, as a person who works as a team, we work hard to make the Rap Roundtable happen. He kind of forced these people to acknowledge him through hard work. Mm-hmm. It's not like he had some big company behind him backing him, some universal parent company cutting the checks and say, yo, put this man on your cover. Make sure you place his video here. Make sure this, that, whatever happened. Talk about him on your podcast. Everything Nas is getting right now is through hard work. Like it's borderline in good faith. You know what I mean? Because it's like we can't. If we ignore this guy any further, we look bad. So that's how I look at the situation. I'm gonna give Nas his flowers and Hit Boy to a certain degree as well, his flowers, because they made it so that you couldn't ignore these niggas anymore. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like I remember when this nigga was moving major units when I was younger. He couldn't get any of these looks. Mm-hmm. He had to fight for everything to the point that he would come out and lash out against the publications or radio stations who fronted. So now, 20 years later, they looking around and like, fuck, we can't ignore this guy. 5 albums in 3 years, concerts, his fan base making it so that, yo, if you ignore this nigga, we on you. Yo, again, we talked about it. The Syrian part of the neighborhood can either show you a lot of love or you might not make it out. And these publications clearly realize that, you know what, we want to get out of this neighborhood. So here. You know what I mean?
So talk about shows. MSG show was just added to the Hiphop50 at Yankee Stadium show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you in the building, we're gonna be in the building too. Holla at us.
Don't be shy.
And then at the Barclays, Nas and Wu-Tang spinning the block again. You know what I mean? He's putting in that work. Bro, like 2023, he dropped in 94. His first verse was 92. 2023, look at all this work he's putting in. You got to recognize the guy.
Yo, Mase, what you think about this Billboard late edition to Hiphop50? What do you think, bro?
Salute to Nas, man. Billboard cover, well deserved. One of the ambassadors, if you actually read the interview, one of the ambassadors and one of the people that they look to put all of this Hiphop50 shit together. So salute to Nas, but to me, this is very like this spits in the face of all that like conspiracy talk, all of this. The industry is up against Nas talk. You want to know what my actual theory is that Nas is almost like that guy that you're begging for attention, the industry's begging for attention, but he don't give a fuck, right? Whenever Nas gave a fuck, this is the type of coverage he's gotten. When I always say, I got into hip-hop in 2001. When I got into hip-hop, it was Nas on XXL cover, Nas on Vibe covers, Nas on the Source covers, Nas on everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Nas is like hot and cold with how he feels about the industry. You know what I mean? So he have his It Was Written That era, and then he have his, Nostradamus era where he not even giving a fuck about nothing. He have his Stillmatic, Lost Tapes, Godson era, and then he have his Streets Disciple era where he just want to do a Central Park show and keep it pushing. So it's like Nas is always the person that the industry has wanted to kind of give the attention to, but it's been unrequited, if you want to be honest. So it's like, I think it's good that he's kind of really dedicated himself to being an ambassador of all this shit. It's his 50th birthday. It's the 50th year of hip hop. We just saw the viral Scarface clip where he named Nas as his top 5. He's getting love everywhere. So it's like, it's good to see Nas come out of his shell and kind of be open to people showing him love, and you know what I mean, and popping out and kind of just I'm trying to avoid a pause moment with this, but you know what I'm saying, just kind of receiving the love, pause. You know what I'm saying? Job cook.
I got a question for you, and Dean, you can answer it as well. Do you think that he's more active now? Because people in the chat in the past have said, in the comment section specifically, they've said because he's running his own company with Mass Appeal, he's more inclined to do these things. Whereas before, it was like, fuck the establishment. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck these niggas. Do you think that being part of Mass Appeal, running his shit, now makes him feel like he has to do these things in order to get the awareness up?
Absolutely. Nas is fully in businessman mode. You know, we people who are his fans and people that love hip hop, they know, you know, whether it was, you know, record deals he didn't fuck with, whether it was his mom being sick, whether it was the divorce with his ex-wife, you know, shit been kind of shaky in his real life. So when shit is calmed down for him, he can focus on his business. He can handle things, you know, like the superstar that he is. You know what I mean? So, well, how you feeling about it though, Dan?
Nas is the type of nigga that likes to play the back. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So now he has
This
to come.
conversation is sick.
Now he has to be in the forefront. Nah, like you said, this is a business move. You know what I'm saying? I can't deny certain looks. Because me denying those looks, deny my people those looks. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So now that I'm on Billboard, that might trickle down to some Mass Appeal artists. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might want to pop out, have me pop out, bring my people out and do something.
Right.
But the conversation we had yesterday has me kind of like on the fence about this a little bit. I'm like, is this Billboard saying Illmatic? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
What do you mean?
Remember how we talked about, like, in order to say, yo, I know Culture. What's your favorite rap album? Illmatic. And you're like,
okay.
You can't argue with the nigga no more because you got, you know what I'm saying? We talk about Billboard as far as
You saying is Billboard pandering, you think?
it could be. It's not impossible. Granted, it wouldn't seem like that because Nas is actually having the unprecedented run that fits that bill. But think about it. Nas is almost like Blade in the world of hip hop. You get what I'm saying? Everything that you would count against a rapper, you would hold with Nas. We will hold Jay's money against him, but we don't hold Nas now that he's a fucking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that. Respect. You know what I'm saying? When you look at true lyricism, you think of Nas. You get what I'm saying? Although there's a million
I'm
other
not sure Nas is a billionaire, but could.
fact, you know what I'm saying? Finances.
You know the nigga in that one nigga in the check a bit, he's not a billionaire.
Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Niggas, because he's not a billionaire.
It's a fact. Like if I know,
Thank you, Job.
If I know putting LeBron,
God damn it, Job.
Italy. What did I do? Dude, like it's kind of like
it's kind of like having not have corrected him with facts.
All right. If you're having an NBA 50-year celebration, would Jordan not be a great version on your cover?
Of course.
Or worse come to worse, you couldn't get Jordan, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Someone that fits the motif. I'm just saying, LeBron, Nas. Oh, basketball talk. You know how that goes.
Shit, it's shaky.
But Nas fits the perfect Hiphop50 motif. You could have got an old head. No disrespect to somebody like Rakim, but you know what I'm saying? The history as far as the longevity, the hits, Nas just fits perfectly to mold onto that cover. You get what I'm saying? They could have got Hov, but niggas would have said, hey, fucking Beyonce. You get what I'm saying? So it's
So hold on, Dean. Let me just ask. You don't think that Billboard looked around and said he's the best representation, especially with the current run he's on with Hit Boy? Who better to be on the cover than Nas?
That's true, but Billboards is a numbers thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a celebrate the culture thing. Billboard's about who's selling the numbers. Nas is not really selling the numbers, so this embracement of Nas could either be, hey, we're coming around to the culture, or we just know you niggas will buy it. It's good business.
But look, I think Dini has somewhat of a point here, because I've said in the past.
No disrespect to Nas.
Right. No. But I've said it's not a disrespect to Nas.
Yeah, it wasn't disrespect.
Because I've said in the past, like, you know, we like in the long term, in the long run, we might think of Nas eventually, or even now, as like a Bob Dylan of rap, or like even if we're talking about groups like a Led Zeppelin. These are artists and groups that did not see the commercial success in their time. But later on in the years down the line, people started listening, like really listening and going back. Like, yo, you could not visit a college student's dorm room that didn't have a Led Zeppelin poster on their wall. And you're like, how do you know about Led Zeppelin? You know what I mean? They came out in the fucking 70s. But that's because the legend of their music, the lore grew over time, and I think maybe that's what's happening with Nas.
I hope that's the case.
You know what I mean? Like he wasn't maybe the most commercially successful artist of his time, but he made so much impactful music, so much classic material, so much deep music.
Arguably hip hop's greatest album with Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? Like
that,
shit like that.
That people are now going back in the discography and being like, oh, okay, this is why they talk about him the way they talk about him.
That, and I just think it just makes sense. You know, if Mass Appeal is the company behind the Yankee Stadium show for Hiphop50, who else would you put on that cover?
Right.
Nas has earned it. His company's doing that. To me, it's dope to see Nas be businessman Nas, frontman Nas, as opposed to just being hip-hop head, hip-hop connoisseur, hip-hop legend Nas. Because being the frontman means you got to do these interviews. You got to get the magazine covers. You got to do surprise albums. You got to do big concerts at Yankee Stadium.
You gotta play the game.
You know what I'm saying? You got to play the game. Business is business. So with that being said, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Billboard because Billboard has a job to do, of course, with their magazine. But at the same time, Nas needs Billboard's reach as a vehicle to show that, yeah, nigga, I'm a businessman and I'm
versa.
cooking.
Because now Billboard's gonna use this Nas thing as, hey, we're really hip hop.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of
So
course,
it's a
of course.
mutual.
I don't even think so much of that because they've had other rappers on that cover. I think the timing of it just, I think it leads into your earlier point. Being that it is Hiphop50, if they had anybody else on that cover besides Nas, they would have been laced with tomatoes. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of questions.
Of course. So I just think one hand washes the other, and that's the reality of the business world.
Talk about it.
But again, if it's Mass Appeal and it's their show, Nas has been on tour. He just dropped the album. He has another show at Barclays later this year. Right. Putting anybody else in that cover, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
It don't make dollars or cents. You know what I mean? And it is what it is.
And he reaps all of the benefits of it.
Period.
With his own label.
Right.
His
You know what I
own
mean?
imprint.
Salute to being the last edition added to the show that you're running on.
Facts.
That's gangster.
But that just shows me that Nas's business acumen is different now.
It is.
Because now to me, like, there was a time where, like, Nas was heavy fuck the industry. And I always make this joke about sentient beings. At a certain point, they become self-aware. At a certain point, he got a better understanding of what he means to the space. Because he spent so much time fighting uphill against the industry that I don't think he took enough time to appreciate how much niggas actually loved him. So, like, now, to me, Nas is always going to be on that show. But what better way to make it lit than to wait until the week before the show,
get them tickets
to announce that Esco is gonna be on the show.
Now the Nas fans come out.
Now he understands what he means to the space and what it means, what that kind of what kind of reaction that late edition would be. That's fire to me.
What was that song on Lost Tapes? I think it was Black Zombies. He literally said, like, I'm a Columbia Records slave. You know what I mean? That's something he doesn't feel anymore.
Boom. Now he reaps the benefit of himself. He don't gotta share himself with some bum ass parent company. Everything I do for Nas benefits Nas, Mass Appeal, my niggas, Hit Boy, hip hop overall, my fans, etc. And I think that's fire. Like, some people are gonna be mad at what Dini was saying, but it's like, I don't really like when if we can't talk.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
We building here. We gonna have conversations. There's never been a fire bill that left with everybody agreeing. But this whole thing where you want to decide now, you want to attack Dini because he said something you didn't agree with, that's not what the Rap Roundtable is about, nigga. Again, if you go to the barbershop and everybody agreed, haircuts will happen very fast.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Very fast.
Everybody's gonna have different points of view. But now let's move on. The boy himself allegedly has fake hair. On tour right now. Allegedly me. I'm the only one pushing that narrative. I don't have no facts to support it. It's just funny. But he's on tour right.
What was it? He don't got no hang time?
He don't got no hang time.
No hang time. No.
He's on tour, him being Drake. Drop some bars towards Pusha T on Travis Scott and Kanye and Pharrell, etc. Right? Yep. Then he announces that For All My Dogs is dropping in a couple of weeks. Before that, he threw some light shots at Kendrick Lamar as well. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mm-hmm. So, from my point of view, guys, Drake is in full rollout mode, touring before the album drops, staying in the news cycle, flicking it up with Industry Plant, Culture Vulture, Sexy Red. I think a war is on the way in hip hop. And quite frankly, I think it's time to choose sides. You know what I'm saying? Because Pusha T's on his way back. He's on tour right now. He's doing his thing. But Pusha's too petty to let them little bars about Virgil and shit like that slide. And the fact that Drake used Capo as a pawn in the overall war tells me that Pusha's on the way. To me, Drake is ready to fight more so now than ever before. I'm convinced he's ready to fight. I stand on what I said on that live about Kendrick too. Kendrick dropping that album made Drake feel emboldened. So chat, I know how a lot of y'all feel about him. I know how some people here feel about him. But as this war's coming, I don't want no surprises. We choosing a side at the Rap Roundtable in the chat as well. Team Push, Team Drake. Consider Rap Snob. As this war's about to go down.
Where you point to me for Team Drake? That don't,
OVO
that
Sin.
don't feel
OVO Sin. What happened, man?
Ain't no owls over
What?
here, bro.
Nah.
Fuck out of here.
Wait a second.
So team.
Wait a goddamn minute.
OVO Sin.
OVO Sin.
You're relinquishing the crown?
Wow.
What?
Crown,
The
bro?
OVO
y'all-
crown?
Y'all
bro. That's
literally
crazy,
made
bro.
that up. And y'all imagination.
What?
OVO Sin.
Shit.
sure?
I'm a little drunk right now. I'm not as drunk as y'all.
Sin, who's the
To think
rapper?
that I'm OVO Sin.
Sin, who's the rapper that made you catch a body like that, bro? Are you serious?
Fuck out of here. Listen.
Wow. So Mase, just for the sake of clarity,
What?
I think everybody knows. Team
Hey.
OVO still? Or you being that you're affiliated with the Rap Roundtable, are you coming over to Pusha T side of the fence?
You know, Jim Jones took my spot as the OVO capo, so I guess you could say I'm no longer the OVO capo, but that's only because I'm the OVO underboss. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we in here, man. There's no deflections here, you know what I mean? The stripes is here. We not
That's
going any fucking place. What you
crazy.
mean, man?
All right,
Team
well,
OVO.
Listen. Let's rewind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let's take it back to 2001.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
a long time ago. 22
joints.
joints
22, yeah.
ago.
Shouts to Miss Logan.
Though it don't feel like that long ago, but that's a long ass time ago. Basically, the catalyst of this podcast that y'all love out there, the Rap Roundtable. Me and Jav arguing about Ether versus Takeover. We didn't know each other at the time, but this was the catalyst of it. Years
That
later,
was the greeting. What's good? I'm Jaw.
you know what I mean?
I'm
What-
saying Ether or Takeover. The rest is history.
we basically wore
World
on our
War
sleeves.
I.
You know what I
Word.
mean?
Getting
But-
written up
but
at
think
work and
about-
shit.
Think about that battle for a second. You know what I mean? One of the, if not the most epic battle in hip hop history. You know what I mean? It's arguable.
The most important, in my opinion.
Yeah. But by 2006, 5 years later, Jay accepted his L, made amends with Nas, and shook his hand on a concert stage.
That happened.
That happened.
I declare war.
That happened. Yes, I declare war. Exactly. You know what I mean? And that was only 5 years time. And it felt like an eternity at the time, but it was only 5 years. Now,
Well, that was 5 years since they officially started beefing, but the beef was spanned.
right. But the in terms of the records.
Okay.
The records.
Right.
Now, the same thing goes for, Pusha and Drake. You know what I mean? There was a beef brewing there for some time.
Right.
The records came out, right? And it was, 2018.
Right. 2018.
That's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years since Adidon
Drake been
dropped.
taking shots all 7 of them years.
You know what I mean? And I think it's time for Drake to take a page out of Jay. Jay's one of his idols, one of his, people he looks up to. Take a page out of his book and just wear the L, wear it proudly, and bury the hatchet, bro.
Sin, so you want him to grovel like Mr. Knowles?
You don't want it with Push, bro. But
Mr.
instead,
Knowles?
Mr. Knowles, what the
Different.
fuck are you even talking?
Yo.
I don't even know what.
All right.
I don't know what makes talking.
We're going to get there.
All right.
For the record, you got more points?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Sin?
So, Drake needs to bury the hatchet, right? But instead, he continues to take shots. He's even taking shots at Kendrick and Childish Gambino for some reason, right? And it feels desperate at this point. And the way that I feel about it is that Drake, I feel like Pusha T is like like Hove, one of his idols. And he ended up meeting his idol. His idol ended up being mean to him. And now he's hurt by it. Like a stan. You know what I mean?
Damn it, man.
That's how I feel about it. And that's not even, I'm like, I don't even think that's
Take a
like.
drink to that,
Cooker
man.
before we even.
I don't
You know
even
what I mean?
think
We ain't
that-
even picked sides yet, gang.
I don't even think that's far-fetched. Drake, there's a video out there. Look it up. Of Drake going on eBay, searching for items that he wanted to buy from his idols, from people he looked up to, the artists he looked up to. One of those things was an autographed microphone from Pusha T, because he was a huge Clips fan and a huge Pusha T fan, and he wanted to buy this autographed microphone because Pusha T is his fucking idol. You know what I mean? And now he ended up, beefing with Pusha T. Pusha T was, a little over the top for him, and now he feels hurt, and now he's gonna continue on this, this road that he's on, dissing him every chance that he gets. He needs to give it up. He took the L, wear the L
Right.
on your sleeve, and move on.
It's very interesting. That Sin has made it abundantly clear that he's Team Push
This
in
is
his
crazy.
situations. So again, before we move on,
It's our biggest loss since Mackin' it.
facts. Sin, Team Push. Mace, OVO. Jarv, Team Push. I'll get into why in a bit, but I want it to be clear
I just
because
about to jump me, huh?
because I feel like everyone at the Rap Roundtable knows that this is a Pusha T podcast. I'll say, like he came on late. Judas before you, he was a Pusha T guy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you come through bringing this OVO energy, but this is a Pusha T podcast. You know what I'm saying? So Dini, just let him know, nigga, Pusha T. Yeah, he getting him out of here, bro.
I'm going to have to beg to differ
What?
on this round, my brother.
Come on, bro.
I think Drake might do this, man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think Drake might do this, man.
Don't tell me I got a
talking
chef on my side.
I think Drake might do this, man.
Hey, man, OVO chef,
I
man.
mean, it's
What?
a lot of, bruh. It's been quite some time
They
from
put you
Adi
over
Don.
next
You
to
know
me
what I'm
for a
saying?
reason, man.
It's been a long time since a nigga didn't know what a kid to hide the kid from. Remember the shit that Soulja Boy was talking about? The nigga had to hide his kid from the world couldn't hide his kid from the. It's been a long time since that, man. And like I said, we was at that Pusha show and he's still immaculate, man.
We can't make this shit up.
We gotta start giving Drake his due, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's time. Like,
Baby, no.
It's time.
You saying that Drake is gonna get pushed out of here?
out of here might not be out of here. You know what I'm saying? As far as his end career out of here. But I think Drake has something in the tuck, man. These shows have been immense. The album releases, honestly, that verse on Travis Scott shit was fire, bro. It was fire. Was it not fire?
What?
The meltdown verse?
He bodied it.
Bodied it.
It was all right.
Come on, don't do that.
You don't want- you don't want-
It was a great verse, bro.
You don't want to.
And you know,
and
and you know what the
Push got
hardest
too
part
many
is,
Summer Jam screens,
bro.
Oh, man.
But it's a different kind of Summer Jam screen when the diss records are party records, my nigga.
Chat.
That's a party record he dissed them
Damn.
on. You
Chat,
can play that in
thank
the
you.
spot,
The Rap Roundtable is split.
bro.
50,
You know what?
50.
This table placement is correct.
We're not gonna. I mean, granted the writing accusations, but we're not gonna discount the niggas as a rapper, bro. Everything is always about, the way niggas pick it. When a nigga don't sell no albums, he's a true MC.
And now
And when a nigga don't sell albums, he's a true MC. When a nigga do sell albums, he's a sellout. We're not gonna do that, bro. Say what you want, but Drake has had his
Listen.
foot on the culture since what, 09?
All I'm saying is, it's been 6-7 years. What year did that drop? 2018.
2018, like
It's been
February or some
5
shit.
years since Adi Don and Infrared.
Yeah.
Niggas forget about Infrared because they always talk about because they like the gossip.
Forget about a lot of Pusha
But
T shit.
but
bro.
Infrared was really the kill shot. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's like you could say Mace can say what he wants about niggas forgetting a lot of Pusha T, but the main character in this situation has not forgotten, and that's Aubrey Drake Graham.
Bro.
In fact, I don't got the whole. I ain't gonna cook him how Sin cook him. But all I'm gonna say is Drake has a lot of hurt ex-girlfriend energy. The nigga dumped your ass. Move on, sis. You on every social media platform posting songs and subs. You block Pusha T from features and shit because the bars is too sharp. Pusha T lives rent-free in his braided brain. And it's like, at the end of the day, every time you drop a Pusha T diss, you just look corny. You look like a... So I heard said
Beef was inherited.
and then all of a sudden you feeling so emboldened that you're trying to throw rocks at Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And I know I've been on wax saying that if they were to go toe to toe, I think Drake could probably beat Kendrick. But I'm taking that shit back because at least Kendrick has been working on the craft. You know what I mean? As far as rapping, the songs we could talk. The songs
Mr. Mid is the craft.
But when it comes to the
Kraft
art,
mac and cheese,
the songs
nigga.
they ain't what they used to
Watch
be.
it.
Kraft Easy Mac, nigga.
But as far as
Come
challenging
on.
himself, say what we will, and we've said a lot about them songs. Kendrick is still getting better. Can we say the same thing about Drake? So you throwing rocks at Kendrick, you acting like a hurt girlfriend with Pusha T. You need to make up with the nigga. In fact, you know what? Pusha T needs to just put the holster down and go hug Aubrey, because obviously Aubrey needs a hug. Shit, make up food like a cat.
Pusha T don't want to hear none of that.
Go hug him.
He don't want to hear none of that.
Can we
thought I was being harsh.
Can we be honest about Pusha T, man?
Go ahead, Mase.
2023 has been Pusha T's worst nightmare, man.
How so? What?
Every time he ride around, man, he hit Her Loss blasting out the speakers, the club, the spot. You know what I mean?
Rescue and
I don't
all
know
that.
what Virginia Williams' Apple Music is looking like, but I'm just saying, man.
Shit.
Meanwhile, that weed plate is almost dry. Pause.
Oh my God.
I might have heard that one
That's
time when I was chilling with
crazy.
Jov, because I don't be in white fashion shows with no other blacks in Paris, man. I'm sorry, man.
Had to get the
I'm
Wasses?
sorry.
Had to go with the Wasses?
Me and the Wasses was getting Kodak, man. What you mean? Y'all gonna hear about that later. You know what I mean? But, you know, he's seen the hype for Drake's tour. You know what I mean? The Solar Blur setting records. So he said, let me head to the rehab and get big bro, man. Like, I need some hype for the shows, man.
What's the name of the tour? It's All a Blur?
It's all a blur.
You got to think about it.
What's the name of the Clips tour? You was there, do you know?
It wasn't really a tour.
Oh, okay. Right.
Damn, I hate you, man.
Right. Shout out to the Rap Roundtable for the support.
I feel bad I gotta shit on my
the
nigga,
Clips
but goddamn.
needed that, gang. The Clips needed that, bro. This is what I'm saying. So it's just
Goddamn.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Fuck it, Mace. We on go time. Fuck it. We on go time.
we on.
Fuck it.
So the OVO captain, he did what he does. You know what I mean? He dropped the This Bar's #1 record. Kanye know what that feel like. He didn't he divorce his wife because of that type of
It's
shit.
the reverse, Mace.
You know what I mean? So you know,
Real quick.
what's happening?
In 2018, what did Drake have as many hits as he does right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he have
absolutely.
possibly more hits than he
170
does right
million
now?
records sold.
But does he have any
How-
more kids?
How well did that work out for him?
Hey, look, I'm gonna double down. Mace over there cooking, Sam. But you said the name of the tour. It was All a Blur. We supposed to fucking take a rapper seriously who names his tour like Shorty from Sex and the City, like it's a fucking Tumblr blog. It was All a Blur.
Sold out every show.
Pusha T won't leave me alone. So I had to say what I had to say with my big baggy clothes and my painted nails and my extensions and my braids. It was all a blur. You know what? Drake, in fact, is giving me that energy. It ain't like the rappers in my day, as I transitioned into old head jobs, where niggas would see each other and it was on sight. I bet anything if Pusha T and Drake were in the same room, Aubrey would try to reach out and give Pusha a pound, because he's not like that. All these little subs acting sassy, talking about a man who passed away. That's some sucker shit. Let Virgil rest in peace. The fuck Virgil got to do with your beef? You lost 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You the one who wore the face paint.
Crazy.
Looking like a fucking blaxploitation pic. You know what I'm saying? Looking like what was the shit? Not blaxploitation. What was the drink in blackface?
Blackface.
That was a rough time.
You know what I'm saying? As a half black man,
Yeah.
you raw blackface.
A little bad there.
With your soap opera acting, looking real sus with your co-actor, looking real sus. We ain't talking about that, right? You should be lucky. Matter, and then you inherit the beef from Wayne, Mr. Me Too himself. All of you niggas at OVO and YMCB got identity crises. All Pusha T want to do is cleanse y'all so that y'all can find yourself, so that you can write in your like what the fuck is Drake? Is Moesha? It was all a blur. You couldn't remember.
I'm dead.
What the fuck? Team Push over here, nigga.
Oh man,
Yo,
listen.
You see the way he stunted on Jim Jones? I'm at the fashion shows. Nigga said I'm at the 23,000 fucking stage
And what
mark,
would Drake
nigga.
do? And what would Drake do if Vogue was to sue him? Drake wasn't gonna do shit at that fashion show.
He was gonna be out there with the Wassers.
Drake, the same nigga who got on stage with fucking Kanye after the beef and said it because fucking homie from
And he
Texas made him do it.
cried.
And
Kanye,
cried.
the nigga
cried.
who Pusha T
Yo.
stabbed in the back.
Jay Prince made him do it.
Crazy.
He literally cried.
You know what, Joff? He not gonna give Pusha
OVO
T.
gonna throw some more drinks at Pusha. That's what they gonna do.
Damn
We gonna do him how we did Chris Brown. You know what I mean?
He lost that fight.
Ask DJ Drama
He
about
was,
it.
he was very unwelcome. in
We ain't
Toronto.
heard a word
Very
from that
unwelcome.
nigga since, man.
You should be lucky Pusha ain't gonna pee on that nigga.
Oh my god.
Listen, man.
Damn it, man.
Job's talking about giving Pusha T a pound. What Drake is going to do is give Ab Lava a job. Where the fuck he been, man?
I'm dead. Not the re-up
Listen,
gang.
man. Like, we just hit 5 million up
Not
in
the
Philly on
re-up
2
gang.
separate shows. Like, OVO, we moving out here, bro. Like,
What's Drake been really as far as resonating music that lasts since the Weekend left, nigga?
Why are
we
you
get
even
left in-
bringing Ab Lava up, bro? Like, that's
good question. Why
What's
did
the
I
purpose?
bring him
Your
up?
man's so
Love is
desperate
nice.
that he had to find
Pusha
the
T
only
ain't.
tough nigga he knew, Capo, to fight his fight for him. And then he fucked up by dropping her because he thought Pusha T was thirsty. So he was waiting for Pusha to respond so he could jump in, only for Pusha to wait for his stupid ass to out himself.
yeah, we're not gonna go down that road of talking about artists that the bigger artists fail, the big brother artists fail. Because I love McConan.
Oh.
Where's he at?
Party
Next Door. Where's he at?
It's not nice.
So you don't want to go down that road, Mase. That's not a good road. to
Now
take.
he latching on to Central C. What's he gonna do? What is Central gonna do against Push?
Hey, you know, us at OVO, we got the money and the power, so we sending a couple pawns at you. You know what I mean? We can put the money
Pusha
on your
T's a
head. We
bloke.
got it like that.
I don't believe he sells coke. Is that what he? Is that
Hey, boss. The bloody blokey boss.
And I love Central C.
Yo.
Listen, all I know is that when, we ain't gonna see Pusha T in the streets of the 6. You feel what I'm saying?
Fam.
He can talk all that shit in Virginia Beach and all that.
In
you know what
America?
I mean?
When's the
He can
next
pop
show
all
in
that
Virginia?
shit.
When's the
Listen.
next show in Virginia? That's what I need to know.
I mean, Drake got a few. You know, he be adding shows. You know, I don't
Selling
know
out
when Pusha
tours,
T's playing.
man.
You know what I mean?
I love Push,
Let
man,
me
but
go
it's a
Google
different
that.
type of artistry, man. Say what you want, but Drake has his foot on the culture's neck, bro. He literally directs where music goes, bro. That's not just hip hop.
Beanie.
That's
Still?
hip hop.
Today?
Stop it, bro.
Right now?
Yes, nigga.
I'm Mase the podcaster, and he's
see that.
Mase the rapper with the sermon right
Bro.
now. You hear this? This man
We're
should
not
be
gonna
in
do
church.
it. We're not gonna act like Drake is not running hip hop, bro.
Thank
We're not
you,
gonna
dude.
act like that, bro.
Thank you.
He's running hip hop, not hip hop. He's a pop
We're-
star.
all the hip hop niggas is trying to get. Benny still wants that verse out, bro.
Yeah, he
you know what
do.
I'm saying?
He do.
That would have been a game changer for his
Because
career.
Benny is playing the game. That don't got nothing to do with hip hop.
Make and break careers. I love Pusha, but he's not making or breaking no careers.
And if we
bro.
talking about hip hop, and we're gonna put a bow in a segment like this, if we talking about hip hop Team Push over here, the nigga that lost is always a nigga crying for a rematch. That's all I gotta say about that. You know what I mean? He lost. He got beat decisively.
Pusha, you make beats, you rap right now. Drake calls you, yo, Sin, I need a beat. Pusha calls you, yo, Sin, I need a beat. Who you giving the beat to first?
But it's not.
trade.
But the beef ain't about
respect
sales.
it.
It's not about
I'm not
sales.
saying I'm not saying about Sin. I'm talking
It's
about what you want, how you want your
Drake,
music.
the rapper, was made to feel insecure. Not Drake, the pop star with the braids and painted nails. And he can't get over it. The same way how Sin said Hove reached out and took his L gracefully. Right? Because it was all about the sport. In fact, your favorite papauju made you look like a bozo, made you look less than when you were at the height of your powers. Come, especially after what he did to Meek, he thought he could do that to Push, and then Push said, "Ha
It didn't really get him out of here though. What did that?
ha!" It was never meant to
that
get
put
him
a
out of
damper
here.
on him for like what 2 days, and nigga was back to running.
It put
the
a
world, bro?
damper on him for 5 years. He's still rapping about this nigga.
Of course, cause you want your lick back if you got smoked.
The loser wants the rematch.
Of course.
Meltdown.
He was Errol Spence.
But when the loser comes back, you're like, what the loser got
Like,
prepared now?
why-
What's different? If he
why-
got smoked last time, something must
why-
be different.
Why?
What's in the chamber now?
In his infinite success in hop, in rap, in R&B is he still harping on this?
Bro,
You block the niggas
because
verses.
Pusha T got it
throw
coming.
subs every chance you get.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, Mo. I'm use ladies. There was always a joint from back in the days you wanted to rock with. You know what I'm saying? And you might not have to get to rock with her when you was 8, when you wanted to rock with her, but maybe you caught her a couple years
But
later.
bro, it shows something that the disses stung so bad. And the thing is,
was
the
hard.
verse he blocked with that Mississauga bar, where he was mocking Drake as a man, it burns him, bro.
Nigga exposed
The
a whole
fake
kid,
threats.
bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I didn't know the nigga had a kid.
All we can say is this, Dan. Meltdown, number 2 on
Tough.
the number 2 on the Billboard. You know what I mean? I'm sure Push
Tough.
heard it. I'm sure I would tell y'all to go look for it, but number 2 on the
All I
Billboard,
know
I'm
is-
sure y'all already did.
And every time they do a song together, you know how crazy that go.
Listen, man.
Drake, it dropped. It's gonna be heard.
Drake and
Oh,
Travis.
yeah.
It's
But
gonna
when
go
Drake
crazy.
goes to sleep at night, he's thinking about Pusha T.
Facts.
Not while counting a million.
Yes, while Colin.
Yes, he is, cause the faces look like Pusha T.
He's like, he loves me, he loves me not, he loves me, he loves me not. What we doing, bro?
Man, well, you know
Only
what I'm
his-
saying?
That man
Yeah.
is just fucking
Yeah.
idle, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that man wanted a
dead.
whole,
OVO, we up, man.
autographed microphone from Pusha T.
It's tea
You
time,
can't get
man.
over that, bro.
OVO, we up.
And that's my thing. Like, you cannot get over your past. You cannot get over who you were before you were this big star.
Bro, he
That shit is
inherited that
still
beef,
there
bro.
with
Pusha
you.
T hated Wayne. He's Wayne's new artist. He
who
inherited that beef.
Thirsty.
Who told Drake to involve himself in Wayne's business?
That's thirsty.
Trying to ride for the team, dog. Trying to ride for the
man.
team.
we gotta move
We
on.
gonna
Listen,
send you
wait,
that
wait.
invoice, Terrence.
listen.
Wayne was rocking to that. What happened
You're
to that
welcome.
boy in the video?
You're welcome, man.
Yo,
Put it this way.
And we
At-
know Birdman didn't pay him. Jack move.
full-time Jack.
All I'm saying is this: war is on the way, and this won't be the last time we talk about.
Oh,
This
nah,
won't.
man.
This records are coming.
Deanie, it's
all
good
I'm
to have a
saying.
new ally,
Yes, sir.
brother.
Me and Mase though.
Chat, you see the table is split. We need y'all to pick a side so that we know where y'all at when these records drop. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. 50 Cent on tour worldwide.
Right.
Major.
I forget the name of the tour, but basically the
Final lap.
The final lap. So the gist of it is he's essentially retiring from rap. 20 years since Get Rich or Die Trying. Worldwide arenas are sold out.
Right.
On the flip side of that, Lil Durk, Lil Baby had to cancel tour dates. So it's a very interesting dichotomy that a 50 Cent can go worldwide and sell out shows. I think almost 840K total
First week.
units,
in a
First
week.
week.
tickets sold. Whereas some of the biggest names in American rap are not moving units. Mase, I keep making eye contact with you because I need some answers.
Listen, man. 50 Cent, shout out to you. I'm a huge 50 Cent fan. One of the first rappers that I was really like following their career. You know what I mean? Get Rich or Die Trying. Not to, pull y'all behind the curtain, but Deanie got something cooking up about albums. And Get Rich or
Yeah.
Die Trying was the first album I sent him. You know what I mean? That might be my favorite album of all time.
I gotta give Diddy my list. I've been really lacking with that, but I got you.
Almost done too.
Listen, man, Get Rich was my number one album when I came down to my list. So this is what happens when you put in timeless music. This is what happens when you give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like 50 is one of the motherfuckers that people just kind of. I feel like X is the same way. Motherfuckers forget like these motherfuckers are like some of the biggest, not rappers, musicians of all time. 50 Cent
Right.
sold 1 million in the first week, bro. Like, so the thing is, like, 50, he's showing exactly what the new era don't show, right? Like, he put out a timeless album. An album that even people like Sin, who's making a funny face at me right now, can acknowledge that it is classic music, is a classic album.
That's just my drunk face.
And one thing,
Sin was drunk when he started talking about Pusha T and Drake, by the way. He was already out of there.
Me too, guys. So 50's just showing this is what happens when you give a fuck. This is what happens when you make timeless music. This is what happens when you deliver on the hype. Everybody know I brought up Durk, I brought up Lil Baby. I'm a fan of both, but that whole bullshit. I'm buying views. I'm popping clout era. This what shows that motherfuckers is not willing to spend money on you. Yeah, I'll go to YouTube. Yeah, I'll follow you on IG. Yeah, I'll fuck with your Twitter. You know what I mean? But 50 Cent is a person who had millions of motherfuckers go to the store to buy his CD. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times. 10 million records twice. So I shouts to 50. You know what I mean? Like Adini was trying to cook with me to see if we could pop out to the tour. You know what I mean?
Yes,
but
sir.
shouts to 50, man, because it's well-deserved. One of the greatest albums of all time. And you love to just see, we mentioned Nas along with Bob Dylan and Led Zeppelin. You love to just see legends getting their flowers for the hard work they put in.
Talk to me, Dini.
840,000 tickets first week is fucking bananas. First of all,
I don't know if it's first week. I think that's like the
that's
body-
first week.
First week of the tour.
First week of the tour.
It might be sold out. That might be
the
all
whole
the
tour,
the venues.
the whole, yeah.
Oh,
Still
copy.
immense. Yeah, him and Busta was congratulating
Insane.
him for it. But we talked about legacy acts the other day. You know what I'm saying? 50's a legacy act, bro. 20 years, the album becomes 20. It's already 20 actually. In February, May 20.
Yeah.
30 million albums sold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not nothing to sneeze at.
I remember when 50 was like culture, bro. He really had niggas wearing them bad wife beaters and them ugly ass kicks.
It's
he
me,
really
I'm
had
niggas.
Not me.
He really had niggas doing it. I seen a
I
few
had
of y'all niggas.
dignity.
I was out here. Shout to
You know
my
what
boy
I'm saying?
Trav. You
I
remember
never
us?
owned a pair of S.
Like,
Carters either, by the
You
way.
add- you do that, and then you add arguably hip hop's greatest, or maybe one of hip hop's greatest live performers in Busta Rhymes to join your tour.
Crazy
You
show.
can't fucking lose, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I peeped that, I was like, we might have to do this, Mase. We might have to pop in
Listen,
there.
man.
It's only right as far as Baby and Durk. Great artists, but they haven't built that resonation the way 50 did, bro. Like 50 was at the heart and soul before shit became microwave too. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was hanging upside down at the fucking at the workout spot.
He
Dude,
part of our
like he
childhood,
really
man.
influenced culture, bro. Like 50 had like older thug niggas doing crazy shit. I used to just the grasp on the culture to me was just crazy. Doesn't surprise me at all. And not to say these niggas is microwave, but like you said, their music is very accessible. He just said this is called the final lap. For all we know, we might not get this to what, the 25th anniversary or
Right,
fucking
you never know.
30th
30th.
anniversary. So it's
Getting that TV
different
money.
vibe.
Talk to me, son.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on here. Shouts to Mason Dini, who made very valid points, and I'm going to echo those points. Yeah, I mean, I actually made this point some time ago here at the Rap Roundtable. These newer artists, they're not really cultivating a fan base,
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot that goes with that. Like maybe because there's no A&Ring, maybe because we don't have music videos the way that we used to. You know what I mean? We used to fans used to call in to what was that BET shit? 106
Rap
in
City
Park.
or
106 in Park. They used to call up
Yeah,
the
choose the
TRL.
videos, yeah,
They used to
top 10.
call in and be like, "Yo, I want my favorite video played." What do we do now? We go on YouTube and play our favorite video. Like
Right.
there's no real, it's not that same investment that we have in these artists and these careers. You know what I mean? What it's gonna take to get that sort of connection back with a real fandom, I don't know. That's a tough question to answer on the spot. But 50 Cent was of that era where that impact was felt, the fandom was there, you know what I mean? And there was a connection made with fans that obviously is still there to this day. These connections that these newer rap artists are making with their fans, it's here today, gone tomorrow. Just like social media, just like, a TikTok trend. You know what I mean? And that's just, part of it is that's just how the media cycle is today. But I think there's something, I feel like we should dig a little bit deeper beyond just the media cycle and try to figure out why some of these younger artists are not really fully connecting and resonating with their artists, and that the fans are not investing in their careers the way that they used to in years past.
Say less and I'm on it.
basically, I'm in line with what you guys are saying. For me, it just looks like, with the exception of a handful of artists, I don't even know like if any of these new lit acts are creating that connection. Like to me, like Drake, Cole, Kendrick, like to me, they're the last of niggas that made real
Connections.
fans. Yeah. Like a lot of these internet era rappers, to me, the relationship with their fans is very hollow. To me, it's all popularity contests. It's all clout. This is the drawback of the clout era.
Right.
Whether it's real clout or the 6ix9ine clout, where it's all bullshit.
Clout, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, Lil Baby, he did make good records, but he's part of the clout era, for better or worse. And you're seeing with these sales of these tour tickets not doing well, it's not real. Your relationship with these fans are not real. You're not touching these fans in a real way. You're touching them in a lit way. Whereas niggas want to be, like we talked about with the fucking Tyler and Nas shit, where you want to make sure that you're saying the right thing when niggas ask you that question. Who are you listening to? Because socially speaking, if you say you're not listening to Lil Baby when Lil Baby was on top of the world, you look crazy.
Right.
Niggas like us could say that because we're older, but if you're like 17 through 21 and you say you're not listening to Lil Baby, you look wild.
Real talk.
Same thing with Lil Durk. You look crazy. Like, why you not tapped in? You're a cornball. You want to be socially accepted, so you
Stars of your
so
generation.
you tap into these popular niggas, but these niggas didn't move you in that way to make you want to go and spend $70 to $100 on a ticket. So to me, the internet is making the relationship hollow because everything is digitized. Bet any amount of bread. Let's say they don't do no fucking tours. Let's say they make even touring digital, where you go on a soundstage and you stream that tour. The same two artists, Lil Baby and Durk, probably have 1 million views streaming live.
Like a versus.
Because the internet has created a disconnect.
Right.
Same thing with Coi Leray. Coi Leray is hot on the internet. She's a wave. But niggas didn't jack her on a personal level to want to really resonate with her music. But if Coi Leray and her big records did some kind of pop-up stream somewhere and you went on her IG page right now and they streamed it, 500K to 1 million views. Because niggas are digesting your content that way. There's no emotional connection to these artists because the internet has removed the emotion. And I think that's a problem, especially in rap, because part of hip-hop is how these artists made you feel when they talk about the shit that they going through that's very relatable to the shit that you're living on a day-to-day basis. I didn't fall in love with Hov just because he was a hustler. He was talking shit that I seen, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like when you wake up, again, I lived in Brownsville. I knew niggas that was outside. I seen the neighborhood change. So when Ho was talking that drug shit, I knew niggas that went to jail, that moved units, that was on the corner robbing niggas and shit like that. I'm like, oh wow, this nigga's talking about shit that I actually see. And there's that connection. The internet's removed that connection. Because I could just scroll and go to your Instagram and like your posts of you being rich, or you visiting your old neighborhood, or you doing some Make-A-Wish shit. To me, the internet has created a disconnect that niggas are undervaluing. And as these new artists come up, it's gonna be more of that. Who's the real big rap megastar that's on the come up?
You know what's crazy? Now
young
that
boy.
you say that, like you said something that was interesting. You said
His numbers are full.
you said
Right.
what's different.
Exactly.
I'm like, you remember when they used to do like CD signings? Like that's one of the things
connection.
that brought you to the artist. Or if he was performing at a venue, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like so that's
There's no stores.
There's no stores. And the shit you just said, the last person I felt had that ability, I think Pop Smoke would have did that. Pop Smoke gave me the feeling that kind of like 50 feeling like in 15 years like kids would be people
again,
coming out
never
to
know.
Never got to see it.
But
You never
again,
know.
it's about what you're talking about and how you're resonating. Pop was a drill rapper. Pop was talking about shit that was ground level in the street. And whether you was drilling yourself or you went to school with somebody who was drilling, you seen that shit and it resonated. Pop was speak for better or worse. And I know niggas on both sides of that gang shit, whether the Woos or the Chos. It was so bad with the music that niggas had to make it clear, because I know Cho niggas that'd be like, yo, we had to make sure we wasn't dance. Shit was fire, but we couldn't dance to it. You get what I'm saying? Like Cho niggas have said this to me, bro. So it's like they were speaking for a segment of niggas who's really living that shit. And I think you're right. I think Pop would have been able to, because Pop was living it. Pop's music, even though he was partying and shit, if you listen to the words, it was shit niggas was living. When you
Real shit.
Pop is from the floors, but he's like his videos is in Brownsville, nigga, over by Saratoga Ave, nigga. You know what I mean? Like shit was going on over
Trap,
there.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So unfortunately, because that's a good point that y'all both made, the rappers that have made that emotional connection to you,
Gone.
Pop Smoke, I say the Triple X was another one.
Another one.
That niggas
That's a fact.
love
That's a
him,
fact.
bro.
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD. They all died is what I'm trying to say, because Juice is another one.
All the
like,
ones who
so
building that
that's
deep
another-
connection.
That's a whole nother conversation to
Triple
get
X.
into.
And it's like we talked about with 76 playing the game. There's artists who were making that connection, then they chose to play the game. Like to me, some from the Bronx, High Bridge homie,
K-Flop?
not K
Oh,
Flop.
A Boogie.
A Boogie.
Yeah.
A Boogie started playing the game. When A Boogie first came out, niggas was connected to him. Like Sin told the story in year one of this podcast where his son would not stop playing that Drowning song. It was on repeat, nigga.
It's crazy because I can't
He's
stop
so
playing that
far
Fly Us in
removed
the
from that
City.
song.
That Fly Us in the City gets so heavy.
That first A Boogie mixtape where Jungle was on and a couple more joints. The joint that he had his shorty
Don
on the
Q and the
voicemail. Like, yeah, that did hit like that. Shouts to A Boogie.
It might take a drill nigga in New York for that shit to ring off. Or like one of them niggas in the South, like a 42 Dog, to really go crazy viral, to talk that ground level shit. But if you like Durk and all these guys, like Mase talked about with the stream farms, once you start inflating your numbers and you can't put a human being behind it, and it just all becomes internet fodder in the shade room and blogs and all of that, like it just creates a disconnect. We got to bring back the in-stores. I think fuck doing an IG live where you answer questions. That human connection where Walt is dropping an album and he's doing some shit somewhere, and I get to take a flick of Walt, give him a pound, he signed my fuck it. We ain't no hard copies, but I got a picture, just sign it. You know what I mean?
Walt agrees.
I show the phone and show that you downloaded it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Can I bring it outside of hip hop real quick? Didn't Bad Bunny take a whole tour down Grand Concourse in the Bronx
You
to
see?
mention shit that you
Human
saying?
connection.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny out here wrestling. He's literally touching people. You dig what I'm
Selling
saying?
out the garden, doing it. I mean, out the garden. Yankee
I look at
Stadium.
it like that. We have to reinvigorate the human connection to hip hop and not just making an internet business. Like Sin talked about in years past, in months past, pardon me, how you promote albums. All this rolling shit out of left field, nigga. Promote the shit. Do
Right way.
appearances. Reinvigorate humanity in music, nigga.
Right.
Nas did a good job during his
Speak about real shit that niggas is going through. You know what I mean?
Shows.
Get
Good
an
or,
interview.
good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Even little shit like a radio interview.
Yeah.
That shit is missing, bro.
There was a time. Remember back in the days when the Breakfast Club was that spot? They had the come through spot. Yeah.
Niggas is going
Yeah,
through real
I mean,
shit,
I
man. They
see,
out of
like-
work.
And
I don't really.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't tap
go
into
do
the-
a Funk Flex interview. No disrespect to 2Ts. We know you got your platform, but go into like the real, like the raw platform. Go on the
Raunchy hip-hop.
Flex. Go talk to Angie
But
or whoever the new voice is in hip hop. Go talk to that nigga.
Nah, but I see. Look, I don't know if that's gonna fix it, because I think that speaks to the disconnect between, the media personalities that we grew up with and that we still hold in that regard, and the media person. If there's a media personality that the younger generation looks up to, it's not them. You know what I mean? So we got to figure out who those media personalities are.
The media personalities.
Outside of that white chick that Drake did a fucking.
I know we
I
sound.
thought we were
So
past
wait,
this sin.
You know what I mean?
Nah, but that's
I forgot
that's
her
the
name.
problem.
Chloe or
Who the
something?
fuck is she? And no disrespect to her. She made
Another industry.
whether she's a plant
Feels
or,
like.
or not. Like whatever her story is, that's not the person that needs to be talking to Drake.
Right.
You know who needs to be talking to Drake? The Ease Experience.
Fact.
Fresh out hip hop.
Right.
According to hip hop.
Rap
The rap
round
round
Rap
table.
fucking round
That's
table.
where y'all need to be.
Right. And
You need to reset the culture.
To piggyback off that, I think, and this is, I feel like this is going to be harder, easier
Pause.
said than done. Sorry. I caught myself. Easier said than done.
Pause.
But I've. What? That's still a pause?
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
that
All
can
right.
be plausible.
Reed
Fuck it.
Riches, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck it.
Reach.
All right,
I'll,
Reed.
I'll have to take it. Pause.
Pause. Hey, yo, the trifecta. Mute this man.
Oh my!
Whoa. Hey. Sin gets the trophy back.
Shit, man. You know we love you, kid. Dog.
I got the 3-peat.
Nasty word.
Triple entendre. Don't even ask me how, bro.
All right. So back to my point. Is that a pause?
Now you good.
Nah, you
All
good.
right, thank you.
Technically, it could be.
It kind of could be, bro. just pass the mic, bro. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Yo, Dean.
Sid. I mean, D.
Pause
Go
it.
ahead, Sid.
All right.
Go ahead.
I done lost my train of thought at this point. God damn.
Sheesh.
Psychopaths, all of us.
Shit, y'all really made me lose my train of thought.
We're so childish here, bro.
We are.
That's the one part of the show a lot of niggas still don't get. That we fucking grown ass kids at this fucking table, bro.
We love to have a good
You
time.
sure you say you good? Because I'm gonna go to the next topic.
No. What was it you were saying? What was the last thing you
What
said?
happened? I forgot, man.
Yeah, fuck it.
The lick is kicking in.
All right.
Let's move on.
We might edit that in. Who knows?
Long story short,
Nah, fuck it. Leave that.
50 Cent has proven. Yo, I just caught that. Hey, yo.
Hey!
Yo, Walt, cut his mic off, Walt. Cut it off.
Drop the mic, man.
Yo. So, long story short, 50 Cent has proven that human connection still matters as an
Absolutely.
artist.
Heavy.
Artistry.
And to show that he can still put asses in seats because of the fact that he connected with them on a certain level, whatever that level might be. And you new acts out here might need to start looking into that playbook to realize how can I make that real connection so that I don't have to cancel tours. Because at the end of the day, it's not the first thing niggas always default to when we talk about this shit is, well, I got the bag, I got paid. It's with art and music, it's not just about the bread, it's about the connection. And we need to find a way to recreate that connection and that energy. That's the same reason why Jay-Z fans and Nas fans can fight like the Hatfields and McCoys, because both artists have found a way to make that connection to their fan base.
Bro.
Right.
Gave us that
We'll
feeling.
be fucking 80 years old, all of us. And we'll still argue about Hov.
And I was gonna say this,
No
like,
question.
say what you will about the Barbs, the Escobarians, the whole Vengers.
They're faithful.
You know what I
Get
mean?
the two Pakistans.
The Pakistans. But like, I mean, it's a little extreme in some cases. But that connection was made, and like these are fans that will ride or die for those
to the
artists.
end
Real
of time,
shit.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Real
and it's
shit.
like that shit is not happening today.
And shit like that is why we always compare sports to rap, because of that fandom, the fanaticism, etc. You fucking clown.
Bitch ass nigga.
So now we move
Biatch.
over to the girl side of things. Real quick, it just caught my attention. One, because we love the ladies at the Rap Roundtable. The people who tap in with us, the day ones, the day whatever, 1,000, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I know we always talk about the girls. We love to see an attractive woman on camera. We talk about the yams. We talk about the rap. We talk about it all.
Right.
Coop got out of bounds and he said what he said. But that was Coop being Coop. You know what I mean? In the Rap Roundtable, we had some fun with that because we're grown kids here. You know what I mean? Saweetie dropped the record, and it's not even about the song so much. But I noticed a subtle rebrand, and I wanted to know if the Rap Roundtable in the chat peeped it. Maybe not so much the chat, because y'all seen Saweetie, y'all probably scrolled. You know what I mean? But the song in particular, Shot O'Clock, I didn't notice any pussy rap bars. Has Saweetie retired from rapping about her vagina?
Maybe
Sit the rap
it's-
song.
Maybe she took a break.
I think.
Misogynistic thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it might be because like maybe the space might be moving away from that. And she might be.
She don't want to rap about her a pussy pink and a booty hole being brown?
Shit. Yeah. I mean, look, that might be like an extreme that maybe people are noticing like, oh shit, like that's where this is going. That's where this space is going. No, let's do something else. And a lot of people have been talking about like us being in sample hell right now.
Oh, shit.
And this is another one of those examples, but maybe she's noticing that trend that like, oh, these, I mean, for better or worse, because it didn't really work out for Coi Leray. But sampling a very popular, very notable pop song, maybe that's the direction she might want to go in. So, you know what I mean? It might be just a redirection in trends. Maybe she noticed this pussy rap trend. She did that. Maybe she sees that dying down a little bit, and she sees another trend, and she's going with that trend. At the end of the day, she's just following a trend. So I don't respect it either way. But
Dini the
that's where it's at.
misogynist. Talk to me.
I just think maybe she's just throwing shit against the wall and see what sticks, man.
Hey.
I ain't pausing that one. She tried the pussy rap. That wasn't really doing too good for her. She's on her sample everything in the world, Coil Ray type shit. That's not really doing too much for her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she was doing better when she was kind of just like a face instead of trying to be like,
Trying to rap for Ebro?
you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought she was doing better. She should have stayed with Quavo, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see her like that as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You know, you hear some of these chicks, you're like, damn, there's a proficiency there that's like, if that was just honed the right way, like, that could be immense. Like, I just don't feel like that about Saweetie, bro. I just feel like, no disrespect to her, she's a pretty face, and somebody said you can
rap as a vehicle?
Of course, bro. Somebody said you can rap. Even Coil Ray got her little moments, so I'm like, Coil Ray really do this sometimes. I've never felt Saweetie really does this. I've never felt that.
I ain't gonna get mad at her about using rap as a vehicle. That's what Jeezy did.
Course.
That's what Cameron did. That's what 50 Cent did. Like,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm saying?
niggas do all day. My whole thing is this. I want to give her credit because I think she was actually the first female rapper to come with the old samples. You remember the joint with Blow the Whistle?
Yeah.
My neck,
That was
my
tough.
back shit.
Tap-
It's like
tap
2017. It's like
Party
2017.
records.
So she was like kind of early on that wave. But I'll say the difference in her content, I mean, she sold 2K, bro. Like, you gotta go back to the drawing board. You know what I
Shouts
mean?
to Second Sports.
You know, and honestly, Meg underperformed as well. She's like the queen of pussy rap right now. But you know who's popping? Ice Spice is popping.
Yep.
Doja Cat is popping. Female rap that's not necessarily.
Hold on, talking about Ice Spice, the #1 fly lifestyle rapper in the game. I've been saying it.
Princess in New York.
Big Bronx.
You know, feel me? You feel me? You know that we dirty. You feel me? But she's seen,
You're
know,
from Brooklyn.
the
Dini's from the
poppin'.
Bronx. He's dirty.
I hate her and you for that.
I ain't want to say that. You know that you dirty. They might have.
We both from the Bronx. You know that we dirty.
Cause dissension in the round
Set us
table.
back 50 years.
You know, but the poppin' women in rap right now are not overtly sexual, or not, you know, talking about how they scamming niggas. The city girls doing bad. You know, Meg is not even dropping. You know, like, you know, the women in rap right now who are succeeding aren't giving you that pussy rap. So I
Talk
think
about it.
her and her team seen the vibes, and they went right along with that. You know what I mean? And hopefully she's successful in doing so.
And
I know she's right on the tour. She just did the tour with YG and Tyga, the radio tour.
yeah.
So hopefully that's successful as well.
I'll put a bow on it like this, you know. My brother said it perfectly. If it don't work, you got to go back to the drawing board. And because certain new notable acts are veering away from the overt pussy rap, again, yeah, you got Shorty Sukanya, whatever.
Sukihana.
You know what I mean? She doing her thing. Sexy Red doing her thing. But there's a limit to how far they can go with what they're doing.
Right.
They're viral. But if you're trying to be a real rapper or an artist, you gotta leave the pussy rap alone, because they pussy rap so much that it became niche. They forced it into a box.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Hey, yo.
I didn't plan that one.
That was tough.
But then when I landed it, I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
Hey! You know what I mean?
Good way.
Right. So it's like, to me, as much as niggas and women alike, some of them, they front on Ice Spice. And some of these other younger female rappers, fucking Lola Brooks of the world.
No pussy raps.
There's another one whose name I can't remember
Shorty
right
out
now.
of Cincinnati that you brought up.
Shorty out of Cincinnati. Her name is, oh man, I can't remember her name, but she's rapping rap.
Scarlet too.
Scarlett as well. All of these young acts, they'll loosely reference niggas wanting to smash because that's just the reality. But they're bringing lifestyle into the sexual shit. And they bring in a certain level of swag or personification to that shit.
Whatever that lifestyle might be.
There you go. Like to me, Ice Spice, like Sin said on an episode in the past, she not quirky, but she get that girl next door vibe. Like even when she does her interviews, she's not hood BX chick.
Yeah.
Right.
She's almost a sweetheart.
Like somebody you went to school with,
Right.
man.
Right.
Like,
She was a quiet girl with a body, and then like
Yeah,
when
I
you talk
mean-
to your homies, like yo, you know she fire, but niggas ain't really peep she fire.
And
I
then
gotta
you-
go get her before they peep.
And then you
know what I
find
mean?
out she got like a 92 on her regions. And like,
Right.
oh,
And she wore big clothes. She wore big clothes, so you ain't know it was hitting like that.
know it was
So you
beefy
scooped
like
her. Was
that.
like, oh
Right.
shit, you had all of that. Oh, what up, Ice? Woo. You did what? But see, we're taking you to the man experience. It happens sometimes.
Right. Yes.
Because we like women at the rap round table. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's not overt. It's creating a persona, creating a connection. That's why I jumped out the window with Ice Spice. I say, yo, I hear what she's rapping about. Again, we always reference my career path as far as working in schools and knowing how girls in New York operate. Ice Spice is the personification of a lot of young girls in New York City right now. Right. They're not treeshing hard. Some of them are treeshers, some of them are not. If you don't know what a treesh is, look it up. Google you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, young girls in New York now have a better understanding of what boys want than back in our day.
Right.
And they carry themselves in that type of a way. And Ice Spice emanates that through her rhymes.
No more boot cut.
Scar Lip is another New York girl. I know a lot of New York girls who fight and will beat the fuck out of you. And they're unstoppable. Mm-hmm. Try breaking up a girl fight in New York City with girls who really want to fight. Terrible idea. No. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's about what you're talking about as far as who you are on a personal level. And I like where rap is going. And Sweetie's team, shout out to Sweetie's team. They realized, you know what? Everybody know you sexy, but what else?
Right.
Bad. She bad.
Right.
So shot o'clock. Who don't like taking shots? We get drunk every episode. Right. Moving on before we got to get out of here because Walt's gonna kick us out soon. Lizzo was viral about not being a very good person, taking advantage of her staff allegedly, making them eat bananas out of the vaginas of sex workers allegedly. I didn't make this up. That's the story.
No pause there because that was literally what they achieved.
Tragic.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
That's what the lawsuit or whatever the situation
literal.
is. But my issue at the Rap Roundtable is not any of that. That's none of our business.
Right.
My issue is now all of a sudden Lizzo's in trouble and the scribes are calling her a rapper. I got a problem with that. Lizzo wasn't a rapper until she made niggas eat vaginas out of sex workers, eat bananas out of sex workers' vaginas. Sin, what the fuck? Now she's a rapper.
Water's wet. It's a story as old as time itself.
When Lizzo was fat forward and saying that she was fat forward, body positive. She wasn't a rapper.
The dog whistles loud as fuck. You know what I mean?
She rapped like on 3 songs.
Bro, but this happens every time. Like I can't tell you how many times. Like it'd be an R&B singer, it'd be a pop star. Like if they rap once, or like
at a rapper,
let's say an up and coming rapper that doesn't even have an official record out. They just like have a page up on SoundCloud or something. All of a sudden they die, tragically by violence. Some hood violence. Up and coming rapper dies at 21. Bro, like stop doing that. The media is so fucking crazy for that, bro, and they're not gonna stop because like that's what they fucking do. You know what I mean? Dog whistles are gonna keep dog whistling. But y'all gotta stop that shit. That shit is whack and corny, bro.
I don't got much to add, so I'll just ask Mase to add to it.
What's happening?
Why do rappers still, after all this time, still have a stigma that now Lizzo's a rapper? Any other time she was a singer, performer. Now she's in trouble, she's a rapper. Like, what is it about rap that still carries that negative energy even after close to 50 years of this shit?
Listen, it's the media. It's the young rappers being so close to criminality, let's be honest. You know what I mean? And it's biasness. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, our New York bias and their media bias. But I might have to disagree with you for half a second, y'all.
Okay.
You said they called the rapper?
Yeah.
Online, I saw them describing her as R Belly. Actually.
Yo. Moving on.
You got that. Close that out.
I did not expect. Mase. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, he's good.
Moving on.
Cook that.
So the entire media is culture.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
The industry's been doing some interesting things in 2020. Rap, in my opinion, for the most part, commercial rap, big name rap, took the first half of 2023 off. We had some great underground releases. We had some great overground releases. We had Larry June, who I would say was the MVP the first half of 2023, just by way of the amount of people who felt like his album was the best of the first half.
You said Larry June?
I'm not one of them who thinks he's the MVP.
Objectivity.
I was just checking.
But I'm always fair. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't jack it, if the people say,
I wanted to make sure I heard that correct.
Shouts to Deanie. He was on that early.
There you go. I don't jack it, but I'm just one opinion amongst millions. Masito, voice of the industry.
Sure.
As things transition into the second half of the year, what you got for us?
Listen, man. It seemed like we spoke a little bit about record sales not too long ago, and it made people a little bit upset. So you know I love making people upset. Let's make them more upset, man. What we gonna have today is some bundle talk. We gonna explain what the bundles really are, what they mean. Is this a pause, Dean? I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean?
But
we doing this because Travis Scott Utopia, we done spoke about it. Y'all done seen it. He released it this year. He sold 400K first week. 125K of those being due to the bundles. Now, the bundles themselves, a lot of people not sure what they mean. Not a lot of people not sure what they are. First off, let me tell you, for this album, for Utopia, Travis Scott had a lot of bundles, bro. So he had something called the Utopia pack, right? Well, first off, let me actually say this. Travis Scott is huge in the merch game. Clothing, all
Shoes,
type of shit.
sneakers.
Shoes, gaming. He's on all of it. You know what I mean? He's really one of those artists that got his hand in everything, especially when it comes to the fashion. So
You had a McDonald's meal, bro.
right. So he's already selling hoodies and jackets on his website for like $300, $150.
Expensive.
So this genius, when you look at the Topia pack, what he does is he puts the CD with the hoodie and he'll sell it for $75 instead. You know what I mean? So the Topia pack, they got 5 of those. So there's 5 versions of hoodies and CDs, right? But then they got a Topia pack too with a second cover. So that's 5 versions of that hoodie in the Topia pack, right? So then he has a magazine that he sold with the album. 6 of those. 6 magazines with different covers that he sold that you could have bought each one. Also had 5 different vinyl covers that you could have bought each. 5 different CD covers that you could have bought each, as well as the digital release. So what y'all need to understand is Travis Scott had 26 options for bundles for you to buy along with his album, as well as an Air Force One release with Utopia signed on the side, as well as skins on Fortnite. I know this because my kids play Fortnite, you know, but I want y'all to understand this is how a modern artist moves. This is what you're supposed to do when you releasing a big project, when you done worked on something, when you want to sell it. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. Obvious, Trav had a bunch of money behind the release, you know what I mean? But this is when you have a bunch of money to spend, this is the shit you're supposed to do. And so instead of a $10 CD, he's selling you a hoodie $75. Imagine the profit on that. This is how artists need to move in the modern times. Sin made the great point about bundles basically being the new second CDs, right? But one thing, and one thing I have to say is about
Double
the bundles,
CDs.
the double CDs. My fault, y'all. So this cup is almost empty. Double CDs. But one thing I have to want y'all to know is that when it comes to bundles, one thing, y'all hate streams, right? With the bundles, a CD gets bought. So there's at least 125,000 copies of real physical CDs that Travis Scott bought. So all of that stream shit y'all say, listen, this man sold 125,000 hard copies, bro. So, you know, it may seem like cheating, you know, because at the end of the day, to me, this is as pure as an album sale can get. Like, I don't have no CDs that dropped in the last 15 years. I forgot the last fucking CD I bought. You know what I mean? And I think Travis is actually showing you the way the game is supposed to be. The way the game is supposed to be. You know, people scream trickery. This is fake. You know, nigga just want the hoodie, but you buying the album. Listen, y'all remember that 90s, 2000s shit? A million shipped when the nigga really sold 600,000 of that motherfucker. You sold $1 million to the record label. You know what I mean? That was as fake as it gets. A lot of these niggas ain't sold no million records. That was my 90s shot for the day, guys.
Or they was counting what the store was holding, not what was actually
Not
sold.
actually shit that was in motherfuckers,
But
you
the
know,
reality
apartment.
is, if the record labels are gonna rig the game, then it's imperative of the artist to play the game.
Exactly. And I want y'all to, at the end of the day, I think Travis played the game perfectly. You know what I mean? When you think about artists, you know, that have huge followings, they could do this shit. You know what I mean? We spoke about the Nas shit not too long ago. People thought like we was trying to send shade. It wasn't that. We just thought he didn't take advantage. You go to massappeal.com, Magic 2 is being sold on vinyl, but as a pre-order. When you do the pre-order, you can't sell it as a bundle. You know what I mean? When you sell a CD as a pre-order, you can't do it as a bundle. You know, Nas might have sold 80, 100,000 copies this week if he did this type of shit. This is exactly the way an artist is supposed to play the game this year.
Take the chance.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You're supposed to take the chance. So I want to salute to Travis, and I just wanted to put y'all on to what bundles really mean. You hear that? You thinking the motherfucker might be buying like a t-shirt with no music, and it's not counted as a record sale. But nah, that's exactly how it works. And shouts to Travis for that.
I was at the Astro World show, bro. Them shirts was like $125. They couldn't keep them shits behind the desk, bro.
Right.
Everybody was buying them shits. So if you could buy a $120 shirt, get my little album, and it counts as sales, I sell the shit. My units move. I made money off the merch, and I'm only just making a bigger name and more profit, so you really can't lose, bro.
Come on,
Look,
man.
I'm not the biggest Travis fan, but it goes back to what I was saying. Travis has resonated. He has made
Sneakers cost like a
massive
rack, bro.
connection
Right.
with his fan base, right? To the point where like they will spend how much are those bundles going for?
Listen, man,
I
the
think it's
Topia
75
pack
for a
go
hoodie
from
and a CD.
75
That's
to
crazy.
200.
Listen.
Yeah, from 75 to 200 for that Topia pack. The vinyls is 50 a piece, bro. Like,
But if you was
That's
gonna buy
profit.
if you was gonna buy the hoodie regardless, and you get the album, it's only like a win-win
exactly.
for you.
Yeah.
That's how you supposed to do
Again,
it.
Exactly.
Play the game. You should buy it. It's
Good
good business.
business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let's get into the mailbag before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
We have, his name is Terry Lusk, 13. Responding to the lunch hour segment where we talked about MC Shan slandering Nas. He says, Shan, you sound like a disgruntled man that has nothing better to say than some whack-ass BS. Nas is what hip-hop is. Stand down before KRS get back in the mix.
Oh shit.
You the reason why QB took the L. Lame ass, dude.
Wow.
Mace, what you got to say to that?
Listen, man. Shouts to KRS throwing old boy up off the stage, man. Listen, I feel like we already done got in too much trouble with Shan. So
Yeah.
shouts to you, Shan. We don't think nobody's gonna put hands on you. We think you a legend. Just think he was a little bit out of pocket, gang. That's it.
Yeah.
Shouts to you though, man.
But I mean, Shan and KRS was recently seen like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
dapping it up. So
Of
like,
course,
you know
of
what I
course. There's
mean?
no static between them. It's
Like,
all
yeah,
hip hop.
the fans make their own narratives of what's reality.
There you go.
Tell me about it.
Speaking of narratives, Black Uno 3 says Magic 2 16K, but it's a classic. Stop the cap. Listen, Black Uno, I'm gonna take this one. I learned the hard way that you can't fight with the fans, especially the diehard fans of artists, about how they feel about their favorite rapper. If a Nas fan who's in the trenches, like a Dionel or a Non Plus or a you know who, says that Magic 2 is a classic, or Mike Knight says it's a classic, who am I to fight with them? We could debate, we could talk music, and I could say I don't see it that way. But am I gonna change their mind? No. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, if you wanna make fun of Nas only moving 16K, that's cool. But who saying stop the cap? It ain't changing shit. This comment got no responses, got no likes, no replies.
Nice.
Because he ain't impacting how those people who feel Magic 2 is a classic feel about that album. And I think we need to move on from that type of shit. Because it's like, it ain't affecting nothing. When Hov dropped and a nigga try to say some fly shit about Hov, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm still a Hov fan. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Hammer don't hurt him. Sold 10 million. How you feel about that?
There you go. Next one. This is for you.
All right.
Universe Soul Life Balance, what a name, says Nas is the GOAT and has the greatest discography. However, his last run is not unprecedented. The run of Stillmatic, Godson, Lost Tape, and Street Disciple is still unmatched. This last run is close though. What do you say to that comparison?
Why would you include Street Disciple in that run, bro? Like, bro, as a lifelong Nas fan, like Street Disciple was not it, man. I'm
Maybe he's
sorry.
a Virgo.
There's a look.
With the Virgo.
Look, shouts to Dean. You know, Street Disciple has some joints. You know what I
did.
mean? The title track, you had
Sekou
Nazareth,
Story.
Savage.
Steve's theme.
Even
That's it, bro.
Sekou
Steve's
Story was
theme,
not was
all-timer.
all right. It
I
was
like Sekou Story.
Steve's theme was crazy.
Steve's theme was so good.
Remember
he
the
used that
Times
same
was
beat
fire.
twice.
Right.
Remember the Times?
Remember the Times was cool.
Rakim biography joint.
Cool. But I mean, as double albums go, like it wasn't that. I mean, I understand including Stillmatic, Godson, and Lost Tapes. That's heavy.
Heavy.
But that's a 3 project run. This
So
is a 5
eliminating
project
Streets
run.
Disciple. If you had to compare that 3 run to the Hit Boy era, do you think it's close?
I can't call it close. I mean, you know what?
On which side?
No, it's somewhat close, but it's gonna go to the Stillmatic, Godson, Lost Tapes
Okay.
versus any 3 album run from this era.
I respect that.
And that's not an insult. That's just how good those other albums were.
They're
you know what
gonna
I'm saying?
they're gonna spin it as,
Exactly.
like,
Still mad at Godson Lost Tapes.
Heavy.
Probably-
Crazy.
I'll even argue, being that I lived through it and what it did to me personally. I don't think that 3 album run gets talked about enough as far as the annals of hip hop
Talk about
goes. Between the beef, following up with Godson, and then what Lost Tapes did.
Bro.
That
That
was
was a great album, man.
that was a juggernaut of a 3 album run.
Mm-hmm.
And because for whatever reason, politically or otherwise, it don't get covered the same way a Blueprint 1 and Blueprint 2 gets covered, or the Volume series get covered,
Right.
or any rap or the Carters with Wayne gets covered. But that 3-peat,
Heavy.
especially what Nas went through, winning that battle, the victory lap of Godson, and then the flex that was the Lost Tapes. Again, this is me saying that because I lived through it and I love rap. We need to put more respect on that 3 album run as time goes along.
Bro, that's literally the run I came. That's when
That's
I was
your Nas
introduced
run,
to
yeah.
Nas.
Yeah,
I didn't
bro,
come in on
Nas-
Illmatic and it was
Nas
written.
said, I just got these records like kind of sitting around. Let's just put them together and see what happens. That shit was a classic. Just off of like sitting around records.
Last but not least, Dini. Tyrone D9. He says, the highlight of the podcast, 33 minutes and 4 seconds. Dini on Lupe. Where is this coming from? Jav from Rock Nation, apparently, laughing my ass off. I just wanted to highlight that people enjoy the fun that we had in that moment during the Rockefeller Y'all segment.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Salute to y'all.
And I, as the best person at this table, shout out to that nigga. You know, Dini, like niggas like when we have fun, bro.
I appreciate that. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
But we gotta get out of here on the rarest of occasions for the second time. Sincere's not mad at anyone.
I'm happy.
Calm, collective.
He's
sis.
not
Listen,
upset though.
It is August. It is my birthday month. It is
Yes,
nothing
indeed.
but happy vibes. It's summer. I'm out here. Holler at me if you see me in the street. Come up and say what up. Have a drink with me. Whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah,
good dudes.
it's
We're good
good
dudes.
vibes right now, man. So I'm happy. I don't know
However,
what Job has to say about things.
we're not uptown. In
Where we
fact,
We're
in
BK?
we're in the floss. You know what I'm saying? We over there by the L train station, Rockaway Parkway, Canarsie.
A Jarvie Long?
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking around,
Insane.
and you know what? I'm seeing some new faces pulling up to my block. Round Table and Rockaway Parkway. I'm seeing some regulars still on the block on Round Table and Rockaway Parkway. And I'm a little annoyed because some of them do this thing that bothers me. And I need them too.
Get off my lawn.
Woo! So, for the handful of people, whether you're new here, you've been here, or even the occasional day one, if you see the Rap Round Table post a video, you read the title, you see the thumbnail, everything we do is very intentional, very deliberate. We make sure that we put a package together that you can appreciate. Pause. But what I get mad at is when I go to the comment section and I read a comment from a person who commented before they actually watched the video. You come in the comment section, you make accusations, you call us out our names on some occasions, but you never press play. You got so triggered by the title of the video or the thumbnail or however you might have been feeling in that moment, that you felt the need to come and get disrespectful in the comment section, when had you pressed play, you would have realized that we agreed with you the whole time. So back in the day, we used to argue with niggas in the comment section. Then I was like, you know what? Especially me. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm not arguing anymore. There's people who come into our chat looking for action who don't get that action, and then they become complimentary and try to make conversation after they realize niggas is not arguing with them. To the people who come to the videos, see the thumbnail, see the title, go in the comment section to call us out our names, don't watch the video, but feel like they dead right. I need you to.
Get off my lawn.
Watch the video. It's a 4-man pod. It's not a 1-man pod where one nigga is speaking for himself and you can argue with him back and forth. There's 4 different opinions. There's 4 different point of views. A lot of times, the title of the video is just the general topic. And then we break, and what we do at the Rap Roundtable, because we love nuance here, is we break down that topic and we find different angles of that point of view. And once you actually get the chance to watch it live, watch the stream, or just click on the segment, you'll realize that, oh shit, this is all right. These guys are not half bad after all. And all that dumb shit I was saying in the fucking comment section was pointless. Save that negative energy, press play, see who you agree with or disagree with, and then talk to that person specifically. But if you come with some negative and disrespectful shit, we not going for it anymore. And in fact, you can.
Get off my lawn.
From Brooklyn all the way uptown. This goes for the whole Rap Roundtable.
Yeah, that was so perfectly timed because the beat, the filter on the beat went down.
Hey, immaculate timing.
By accident. You know what I mean?
It still works.
Deanie, take us home.
You know what the fuck it is, y'all. Rap Roundtable. Roundtablemerch.com, man. Hit that. Go to that website. Get you a hat. Use that to tap into the rest. We got everything. We got the sites on there. We got the hats. More stuff to come. Rock with the dude. Shout
T-shirts
out to
on the way.
Denona Rosa.
Hoodies
T-shirts on the way. We about to go get our pizza. Shout out to super producer fucking Walt, man. Always sticking out to the end. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Salute to Masito, voice of the industry. We're not doing young people no more. We super grown over here with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Super industry. You hear the production. I know you hear it. I've been bopping the whole fucking episode. Sincere the Rap Snob. If you make music, get your beats. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Sincere's a technician with this shit. Holla at him. The alley-oops have been immaculate. The production, the execution. The point guard, Jarvis. Salute to you, man.
That's my dog.
I'm Deanie the Balance of the Force. This is episode 77 of the Rap Roundtable, and we fucking out of here.
Yes,
you dig? Boom!
The heroes you need.
New Roundtable on the way.
Merch!
Don't comment before you press play.
Merch!
Boom.